Yung
Very fanned out.
sorry, hindi
Francis
sa
on
loob.
the peak, able to
Watch
find one.
party la.
That's a critical kill.
Let's go.
As Persia notes the door. Jit Boys dead. Primi holding that. Denies the swing. Pushes, however, to his own demise. The bite, the paranoia, all there to delay. Kahlua will need to try to pick them both off, but he just does not have the time, so we'll have to make his exit back to the stairs, but he does continue to make this a little bit more costly. So Persia, lone survivor here for the side of Nongshim, but they critically do stop Talon from getting up the match point.
Can see Talon have the money to recover from that though, so with only one player surviving for each team in the server here, it might be a little more costly for Nongshim. You cannot afford to get reset here, or that is potentially going to be the end of the game. A well-worked round for them, though. They finally secure that rubble control uncontested. Are able to convert it into an A-site post plant that goes well for them. Credit to RB as well, baiting out that shear. Did pull the rotation back across for the defenders for just long enough to get into a comfortable post plant on the A-site there. Once again, we're going to get a rubble fight.
Oh, fire with fire here. Be ready for the most interactive gameplay you've ever seen, folks, because we've got Odin v Odin. As Tomby goes up and over the top onto rubble. Pop flash out of this one. The haunt reveal on the Tomby. Doesn't manage to slide back, but now there's going to be a pain shell just lobbed in there, immediately finding an immense amount of damage. He falls down to 45, and they are just between a rock and a hard place. That fault line is not going to be enough to try to peel for them.
Spike down A.
Only Primi found RB now, continuing to try to lurk forward here at Mound. He's been able to do that successfully, but that's because the lion's share of Talon have all been playing around the A site, and now he's going to fight them all.
Time to run into an up-down with an Odin.
What?
Oh, hold on, 1 HP.
Okay, he's got 1 HP, but that's still incredible that he managed to break that.
Cruz is low. Could be cooking with gas here.
I bet that's decay, though.
Yeah.
He's at 44. RB going to rotate around here. Pops the wall with the peek in, though, from the Omen. I mean, they should know.
If he can even just get one here and get a plant, then potentially he could play the Pit Decay in the 1v1 against Chip Boys, who's quite high HP. That could definitely work out.
What a play it would be here for RB.
Talon's not going to give him that opportunity, though. They know that he's got to take a lot of time clearing out all of this space on the map, picking up the spike, and they're just going to play hand in hand.
Oh, but he might just end up rotating right into where they want him to be because he doesn't have the time.
And to go back to C, yeah, he's just going to have to stick
14
with plan.
seconds? There's no way.
I think Cruz has got him dead to rights.
10 seconds
Even if
left.
Cruz wasn't here, I think that he's just not going to be able to get there in time.
Yeah.
Over.
Yeah, we haven't done the maths there, unfortunately. Which is a bit of a metaphor for how most of this game has gone for Nongshim, unfortunately.
Hair off in a lot of factors. Yeah. Rough to see. I mean, how do you just continue pushing forward? I mean, understandable why you would think that they stuck around on that A site. But we'll still give him his praises, breaking the high-low, which we're about to see.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, that's just phantom teams, honestly. But I'm just looking at this game and, you know, for Nongshim, it's worth mentioning that this is still a very young squad. Yes, they've been scrimming some of the better teams. They've been in Ascension, but this is their first time in the playoffs.
Right. There's a lot of pressures that come with that. It's Ty up and over the top, playing off the haunt reveal, and the fadeaway shot on the Ivy. Ty layering in the showstopper right at Persia's feet. He wants this map to be over. And with his efforts, I think he has pulled it off. Looking for a second ace, won't be able to have it. Domby just managed to deny. Trades back a bit.
Back in a
Yeah.
flash.
That's that convergent pass. Going to jump spot with the Refact just to be able to clear out Mount. RB, if he gets a kill or a plant, will have a pit.
But even then, you need this shot.
Enemy remaining.
On to Primi, but it's going to be Primi who gets the kill instead. And there you go. Mask on. Jit Boys. Going to be unnoted as, Primi plays it so very aggressively, but to absolute perfection. 13-5, Talon shut down Nongshim here on Nongshim's map. Pick a Lotus.
That is just Talon playing at the level that you expect of them, and Nongshim severely underperforming in their first playoffs game here in VCT Pacific. They had their best game that I've seen in a while against Gen G at the end of the group stage, and that might be the worst map I've seen from them in a while, back-to-back.
Yeah. And gotta wonder, what were the conversations being had here by Nongshim getting ready to come into today? Obviously, yes, a lot of pressures, but you have the comp swap coming through, putting RBO onto the Viper instead of running that Sentinel role.
Yeah.
You've got Chobra who's not here. Is it all connected? I think it might be.
Where's Manny? Do we need to get him in the Uber right now and ship him on over to the studio? Because Nongshim, they need somebody to hype them up. I mean, I agree. I feel like Talon was just running around doing whatever they want, unchecked against a Sentineless comp. They were really unpunished for that, and outside of Ivy and a pistol win, there was nothing else worth talking about in this game for Nongshim.
Yeah, saw the vestiges of a potential spark in the team there after they got over onto the attack, but not being able to convert a bonus. It's putting Talon so much further ahead and being crushed by, you know, a missed call on a rotate around the map, but not having the time for it. Just a very rocky start here for the side of Nongshim, who need a massive, massive rebound. We do have Corrode coming up, and like you said, they've had some successes there on that map. That is Talon's map pick, though, which has to be the bigger concern here for the team. But ultimately, we just need to see the players start to pop.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see if Nongshim can recover from that. They have got a lot of work to do. They're going to have a serious talk behind the scenes. And I'm interested to hear what Big Time has to say and what Big Time will be saying to break all of that down on the desk after a 13-5 drubbing.
Just you.
Big Time's not here. We've also gotten rid of him. He's not going to be speaking on this matter of Talon absolutely being comfortable on this map and very comfortably dominating Nongshim on their map pick of Lotus. I'm just kidding, Big Time.
It's all lies. I am here. How can I miss a game like this? So dominant from Talon, especially that first half, 10-2. Absolutely cooked them. Nongshim could not find any footing here at all, but especially in that first half, Quack.
I mean, you see the number of first kills that Talon just racked up throughout this entire first half. I mean, the post plants alone kind of tell the story as well. Every single round the first half, Talon managed to get the spike down. That's insane.
I mean, I can understand being okay playing retake if you are Nongshim with that double initiator and that waylay, but at some point you have to start finding some first kills. You have to start fighting forward a little bit. Only Ivy there even close to going even. Very, very underwhelming performance from Nongshim in terms of firepower, in terms of macro. This is not the team that we saw at the end of the group stage.
The one consolation that I can kind of pick off is just the fact that Danby is still somewhat fragging as the waylay. I kind of like that, but apart from that, what happened?
Yeah.
Well, I think there was something you guys had pointed out, RB changing his role on this map, and you know, having no Sentinel on this comp might have cost them.
Yeah, he moved across from the Cypher to that Viper and just didn't really be able to hold anything. I mean, I think there's a lot to be said there, to be honest, but I felt like everything kind of broke down for the Nongshim.
Yeah, in fact, we have a couple of unfortunate lowlights for RB, but you know what? I think this is because Talon knew exactly what was up, and they used this to their advantage. So let's have a look at what was happening with RB.
Yeah, so the big thing was Talon realized he was weak, and he was playing solo towards this C site so many times. So what was their game plan on attack? It's find RB, let's run him down, and let's give him no space to be able to play. Every time they ended on C so many times, and RB very, very rarely managed to get anything done against the speed and power of Talon.
Just see it happening so many freaking times. So this was my most favorite one as well, though. I mean, the mid-round
they wrapped around?
Yeah, from
Nice.
B all the way to the back of C after RB deployed the Viper's Pit. I mean, calls like that from teams like, you know, players like Cruz really put Nongshim in a bit of a dizzy spell. Like, you're just not sure how to recover off of that. Like, do I stay in my pit? Do I come back and help my teammates to retake C? You don't know.
Yeah, also, I mean, this is just a very, very effective strat that you see all the way throughout pro play. If you do your scouting, you do your anti-strat, and you think, I think this player is particularly weak, you just go, let's find him. Let's run him.
Yeah.
We're going to make his day terrible. And that's what Talon decided they were going to do today.
I mean, it's usually one or the other. The strongest, I've heard of people hunting for Meteor or Munchkin. In this case, they were looking for RB, who, you know, had no trips or anything to stop them from coming in. Now, you know, we got lowlights, but we also got highlights. So let's have a look at some of the magnificent plays by this.
Man, was he cooking. He was going crazy here, putting up insane numbers for Talon. We highlighted him in the pre-show here, talking about how good he's been since this move to Duelist, but he's looking sharper and sharper, and just got so much done for Talon here.
You talked about how he would kind of go in more aggressively than Primi before in the past as this duelist, and on this race you can clearly see why. Just double sashling into sites, whether it's C or B sometimes, and even being able to control with paint shells, especially around A on that defensive half of there. So Thai definitely putting up a lot of big numbers, but I think the favorite one that you kind of definitely have to call out is the fact that he picked up this ace. His team was kind of giving it to him at the same time.
Yeah, you just know the comms are like, let him get it, let him get it. I'm jumping on him, I'm jumping on him.
Flashed for him, dude.
crazy to see that from Primi. But this last round as well, just to close on the game, what a little cheeky 3K there up onto the box. I mean, you can tell they're really starting to play around Thai as a key player, and it's not just Primi anymore. This kid is going crazy, and he's trying to send Talon all the way through this bracket. And if he keeps playing like this, I think they have a good shot.
I can't believe Frost called him Mini Primi. I feel like he's just.
I think
he's
Primi's
his
a
own-
mini Thai.
Put some respect on the Thai name. Oh my God.
Yeah, I think Thai is really showing exactly why they picked him up and why the coaches were so excited to put this academy player onto their team. I think he was really critical actually end of last year. They're scrimming their academy team a lot to try to make improvements for their team, and that's how they spotted this guy. So yeah, this is massively paying off. You could just see it happening over the course of the months, what they were trying to achieve with this Talon squad, and you can see the discipline happening across the board. Now, all of us have picked Jemkin as our duelist. I think Mika picked Thai, but honestly, I think a lot of us were debating between Thai or Jemkin for today. We'll have to see with the RQ match later, because we still got Corrode to get through. Corrode is Talon's map pick for today. Are you guys expecting something a little bit similar? Both of them have had strong showings.
Yeah, I mean, so both these teams are flawless so far on Corrode, but this is Talon's pick, so I'm curious what they've got cooked up. Previously running the Cypher Deadlock with that Yoru solo duelist, and on the side of Nongshim, they are using the Deadlock as well, but on that Viper that we just saw RB play, and of course Neon, which is a signature for them.
Yeah, and that's where things might get a little bit troublesome for Nongshim as well. We just saw how the Viper performed on Lotus. I get a little bit worried seeing that RB's still going to be on this Viper onto a map like Corrode. It's a very pivotal role because you're needing to control middle a lot, especially with the toxic screen. And if you're down really early on, that could be the whole side already.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, I do think the Viper adds a lot in around mid, but I do think holding those sides can be a little bit tougher, and that means a lot of work for the Deadlock to do. Over on the side of Talon, Thai will be playing that Yoru most likely, and we just saw how great he was map 1, so it's about, is he able to snowball this performance, really take over this series? But I need to see Nongshim wake up. That's not the Nongshim that we were used to seeing. We were singing their praises before this game about how good they've started to look, going back to their old style, how much better it seemed to be with Francis Agielling, but none of that was present in that map 1. I mean, they looked lost.
Yeah, frankly, that was surprising. It was very surprising to see Nongshim perform this way, but this isn't the first time, if they end up losing, that they've been defeated by Talon. Again, Talon has done it 3 times already, and in the most critical matches.
I will say, every single match between Nongshim and Talon have won 2-1, so it's always gone the distance. So if that's to be believed, then who knows, maybe Nongshim finds some resurgence here in map 2, but I don't know, I think it might be a big uphill battle for them from here.
Primi is also going on the Deadlock role for this map if they continue to keep the comps the same, and also really dangerous guy. He always hits with his ults.
Oh yeah.
Every time. Really fantastic, and both of you guys have him on your build diff.
You got to, it's Primi. I mean, he's such a historically great fragger. To not pick Primi seems ridiculous. I mean, we saw him warm up a little bit in the second half of that map, but now he's going across onto that Deadlock, and that's where I think he's actually at his best, to be honest. I think he'll be excited by the chance to be able to sit that little bit further back, bait his teammates a little bit more, and hit those shots.
Yeah, he does perform really well in that position there, and here are the comps. Has anything changed? I don't really see anything different.
Very standard on the side of Talon, like we said, running that Cypher Deadlock. Thai has been popping off on this Yoru, so look for him to really steamroll this forward. Over on the side of Nongshim, no changes as well, Quan.
Yeah, none whatsoever. I mean, it's going to be quite important for Danby to be able to break past Primi or Jit Boys at certain times, but apart from that, I mean, you really need to see the entire team of Nongshim step up.
Yeah, I need to see them start playing Valorant. I mean, they weren't even awake in that game. You got to wake up, you got to realize that if you lose this, you're dropping down to that lower bracket, and that's where it gets really scary.
I hope that it's not because of pizza before the game. The food coma
Oh, don't do that.
really hard. We're going to send it back to our casters, Achilleos and Pilsky.
What are you talking about, food coma?
Pete? Who's Pete Czar?
Pizza.
Never heard of him.
I've never. Pizza does not give you a food coma. That is a food of champions, and you should eat a whole pizza before going on a run. You know.
No, I see you regularly put down a whole pizza before you start a cast.
Yeah.
So
Food of
I don't know.
champions.
Seems to be going okay for you. At least for Nongshim, though, they need to get out of whatever kind of coma that was in the first map. That was some playoffs nerves. That was definitely not the Nongshim that you want to be seeing. Once upon a time, we were looking at Nongshim and thinking, Pacific would I mean, Essential would just be a stepping stone to get into Pacific. Surely they're going to tussle it with the best, but here in the playoffs, they are looking like a rookie team for sure.
And some forward space taken here into mid. Prowler, however, it would be enough to spot it out, so Ty will just go ahead and make a very quick little exit. And once again, seems like Talon sticking widely the same game plan, which is just kind of death ball in and look to overwhelm RB.
Yeah, run at RB. He does have a little bit of help here. Francis does have the C's to be able to help him out. Snakebite's there at the ready.
And we'll just send that one there. On a bit of a timing paranoia. Does get expended here from Talon. And as the shock dart finds just a tiny little touch of damage.
Util holding them back. They're just going to have to cancel. They can't get a clean entry back into the site. Would have been a C's to follow up if necessary. Horns back up.
Just get him out invested as well. The barrier mesh had been sent over to try to cut off that mid connector. So a decent amount sent out here by Talon, but still some more damage going to be found as Dambi takes a shot. Persia sending out that paranoia. Jitboy's close enough to be able to get the spot, but Dambi finding die there behind the box. Cleans up two. So player advantage going to be found here for Nongshim. RB on the Jiggle Peak out. Nearly gets punished, but manages to relocate.
30 seconds
Hound
left.
down this enemy Omen, but just barely misses the timings.
Needs to stay alive. And backside here is completely isolated. They're rotating back to A.
Just out into the open. A shot into the shoulder, but Primi surviving and winning out the fight. Gets the headshot, gets the plant here in play. And Talon now in a 3v3. Post-plant situation, looking to be decently favored.
Horton Grabnet are back up, but I don't think they're going to get clean connections on those. It's up to Dambi to win duels over on spawn side.
And they've got two players stacked here into this position. The Jiggle Peak around the corner is able to spot out the one, but it hasn't seen anybody over at tower, so Fluid's spot for now. Completely unscouted.
You're not getting in. It's a Grabnet from Primi and a Sonic Sensor for Francis.
Every angle being watched. Dambi able to win out that fight. Yeah, a little bit whiffy from Kahlua. So kill ends up coming through as Dambi comes up with four and Francis gets the other. And how Nongshim done this?
You cannot let them get back in there. That is ludicrous.
Dambi survives with 1 HP, comes up with a 4K, and that's going to be Nongshim finding another pistol win for themselves.
Look, they've needed a couple of edges. Let's be honest. That was Talon falling asleep a little bit. They had many different situations where they needed to convert duels. This was a nice play from Nongshim in the mid-round, actually, and this is something that you're going to continue to see on Sunset. You already see it from the best Sunset teams that understand that this is a traditional 3-lane TAC FPS map. It necessitates the defense to be aggressive in the mid-round when nothing is happening or make a play on one of the extremities. So I love the mid-crunch there on the pistol from Nongshim, with just a couple of key pieces of utility work. An absolute treat.
A little bit of a running gun there on that last kill.
He's learned his lesson.
Yep, just need to quickly back away.
Rely on the util. It's the best way to get it done against the anti-eco. It looks like Groundhog Day here. We're going to run back into the mid-stack, maybe. No, back to A.
Yeah, barrier mesh is there, but team effort can just try to break this one down, have a couple people watching in case Ivy goes with this counter swing.
Last Nongshim game on Corrode, Ivy was the standout. He won the last couple of rounds with this A-hold. He's very good in this position.
He's still holding on to the net as well, so if he hears them continuing to try to scale forward, he could just send that one out, but again, it's going to be Talon now looking to pivot, but back over in towards mid.
Nice.
But Dambi finds the one, and Ivy spraying frantically into the smoke, comes up with a kill onto Jit Boys. Things looking very good for Nongshim.
Let's get the overdrive going. Dambi is quite close to it. Wouldn't mind him seeing going for a little bit of a hunt on the ecos. Does seem like they're going to try to pick Ivy here and see if they can sneak a plant on B, but RB's got his feet firmly planted in B main.
And you know that he just has a stinger. And it's RB. Seeing the one will just be the bite going through, but Persia out wide here from Yard is able to go ahead and collect these two kills. And now you widely know exactly where Kahlua was at, and he needs to die.
Fire the cannons, mate. They're there. Ivy's looking to build up his own. Get the annihilation going on early on. Throw a grab there to Persia, why not? Have some fun.
I mean, obviously, the ult charge is good, but me personally, I'd be like, run away from him. As long as he doesn't play the spike, just let him live.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to let that happen. Start running it down real quick. You're going to see this reactive utility continue to be impactful. You've already seen it in the pistol and the anti-eco. The snake bite snowed down the pistol as well as the C's. That time you saw the grab net in the A choke. These are the kind of things Talon has to be very cognizant of and play around well.
No escape.
Net up over the top, looking for a catch on somebody over by connector. None there to receive it, but it's going to be damage exchanged here in the mid, but Cruz definitely getting the worst of it.
Anything but a Spectre there, that's 100% an opening pick for Nongshim.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he was able to get that with a Spectre from that range is actually still pretty incredible.
Primi forced out. There's the mid retake for Nongshim off the back of the Paranoia. Tried to catch Talon on a little bit of a default into middle. Now we're going to go back towards A. Crew's better than Bruise, but still strong enough to break down the barrier mesh here and pull the rotation back across for Nongshim. Persia now joins Ivy on the A site.
Shock Dart doesn't get the clear there, so Sonic Sensor's still going to be set up. Quick little recall and a reposition of it.
Prowler going to confirm the lurk.
Full forces working their way over here as RB
Cage triggered.
could just set out the bite there on that timing. Instead just slides back behind the box here as Francis falls to some distraction and continues to weave a couple shots in. Eats a good amount of damage though in response.
Barrier mesh dealt with before the side exec even gets kicked off here.
He's Bite now going to be thrown in. Ty teleporting forward. It's the Annihilation at the ready.
30 seconds left.
Sent, but no grab, and they're just pushing forward through these walls. As Francis guns down 3. Damn near flawless. Down be the only casualty. Nongshim get a bonus conversion.
The Spectre's looking dangerous inside of the B site, man. And Talon, I mean, picked apart the timing. I was saying it just before. They need to get clean execute timing through this reactive utility, and they just weren't able to do that. The Snakebite holds Talon at bay for long enough for a big rotation to come in. You had Ivy, RB, and Francis all at the ready to fight inside of the site with Danby on the quick rotation as well. That was just not the clean site execute and the timing that Talon was looking for at all.
And that's going to be a very early timeout call here after dropping the anti-bonus. Frost and Jovi wanted to get involved, try to course correct. Because, I mean, in addition to dropping that one, having the economy get into a significantly wonky spot and having the Nongshim economy balloon up, they also committed an ult in.
Yeah, that's probably the first time in ages I've seen Primi miss an Annihilation. This dude is unreal with that ult. I've seen him rebound it off the heaven on split heaven, off the ceiling, and hit somebody running back to spawn. This guy is crazy. He's trigonometry in that. See how you go on the Sova. I'd love to see him with the shock darts.
Well, in the past, I'd say, you know what, Talon might just have him play Sova. When they were playing a little bit of musical chairs with the agents there, but
yeah.
ends up being a little bit of course. I didn't quite get the notice where he had sent it. I assume that he just tried to...
Yeah, he tried to rebound it and catch the player on the rotation in through Link into B. And unfortunately, I think it split the wickets between two. RB choosing to show his presence. He's trying to bait them into the Paranoia.
Yeah, and that's just... Oh, Downbeat does not check behind! And Clue is going to be able to find one. I thought they had a player on alert. Maybe...
I think it was Primi and he TP'd out.
I would have been Ty on the TP out, but RB able to find one. This is going to be messy. About as messy as our commentary just was this round. As Nongshim will be able to scoop up this Phantom here.
That's Spike firmly in the hands of Nongshim. Prowler does clear out spawn side. Dark cover to establish that control. RB very low HP, just trying to tuck his butt in the corner. Play the one and done here.
And just sliding back. Don't want to give over a free kill.
That's timing though.
Yeah, now they're not watching back in towards the spawn.
Oh dear.
They might have actually completely missed this one. And smoke going to be thrown down, but now, okay, Persia does turn his sights back over here onto the angle. Finds the first, and it's going to be an easy cleanup on the Cruise. Didn't need to be a headshot. Gets it all the same. Nongshim maintaining their position here now 4-0.
That's what you want to see from Persia. In their Ascension run, he really was the second best player on Nongshim. You know, he had Danby, the ultimate opener, and Persia was the closer. Positionally perfect, never caught off guard. I think in Pacific, he's been a little bit more fallible. Hasn't been the same beast that you've seen in that Ascension run in Tier 1 for the most part. But when he's on point, he is just an absolute rock. He's like a Charon. Any of those controllers that you think of have just been absolute monsters in the positional play. Progression cage. Pushing Danby, who has picked up an off the line. Similar pacing from Talon. Oh dear, that's a whiff that you don't want to be seeing.
Yeah, just past his hip. The boys avoiding catastrophe. It's not falling for the fake here. Util thrown in. That's going to be grab net right there at his feet. RB still able to find one, but Kahlua trades it up. As Francis similarly does go down. So advantage now to the side of Talon as the plant gets ready to come through. Looking a lot more decisive and concise, but Jitboy's going to be caught out in mid. Brings this back into a 3v3.
Yep, juggling guns here. Ivy going to throw the rifle to Danby for the re-entry back into the site. Sonic Sensor's going to make Nongshim's life incredibly difficult back on in here.
Just on the outside of the smoke here, which will now dissipate. Check, Cruz. Couple shots in as Paranoia goes across, connecting onto him and Tower, but not under any pressure, and that net does not go deep enough to actually get the grab. Dombey just here below, bounding forward, somehow planting his feet and winning the fight. Falls down to 30. Primi at the same time gets a turn back to look up.
I was just
for
thinking,
the enemy Neon, and now the operator has to be saved.
Primi on that B side, you know, he's good for a clip there every single time. Even with someone scaling out and jumping straight on top of his head, he's going to clean up 3. One off the Annihilation now, and the op picked up to bring Talon their first round.
Mind you, his second Annihilation of this half already. Ivy's just now trying to get up to that
He's
first.
only got 4 kills. He must be planting a lot and farming those orbs.
It's just been racking them up very quickly here, but that's going to be a sigh of relief here for the coaching staff at Talon. The timeout. Not able to find a Thrifty, but gets them this full buy round. Get the operator out of the hands of Nongshim as well. Still costly, losing out on 3 players, but ultimately getting on the board, jumping that first hurdle is what they care about the most.
Quick A control off the back of the drone here. Ivy potentially
yeah,
tested. Ponytail spotted out.
Yep. It has been seen. It's going to be a bit of a util dump now in exchange. The Barometric to try to slow them up. Hunter's Fury getting the tag, getting that connection, looking for the final kill, and Ivy will get taken down.
Barometric going to keep Nongshim back. Actually, Francis is in front of it.
In front of this one. He tries to go for a timing, but they're watching for it. Very wise to that as Persia loses his head, and Dombey now again trying to threaten these flanks with the operator, but the call to save is going to have to be made, so Nongshim start to back away.
TLN से comeback है तो
Timing
TLN
between
का
Cruz and
comeback.
RB here. RB slips past, wants to try to hold on to this rifle. A couple of exes wouldn't go astray either. Could get himself a pit nice and early on here. That this is back to the talent that we saw on Lotus, folding these sides nicely. Kahlua has been the one to deliver great impact in these last 2 gun rounds. Not only did he crack open the B site with a multi-frag in round number 5, but in round number 6 here, that Hunter's Fury picking off Ivy nullifies the Sonic Sensors.
Well, now you've got RB surrounded, and Ty will be able to get himself on the board with that kill. 5 and 2. As Dombey now, I mean, he needs to hold on to this one. Finds the first. He's wary about this pressure coming in from behind, so fast lane trying to make a bit of a quick reposition. It's actually off on off, and Primi
भाई Primi
strikes him down.
से ऊपर नहीं
Talon
करू दिले.
finding a second round win.
Great.
Great recovery. Not directly post the timeout, but after the half bite, Talon very much starting to get back into this game. Great awareness for Primi. Just really cannot catch this guy off guard. He's been enjoying this deadlock for the majority of this year, more so in kickoff and stage 2. In stage 1, he was playing nothing but duelists. But of course, when you got Thai, they could be putting up mostly the numbers. This game a little bit slower, but it's attacking side Yoru. I'm sure he'll get into it relatively soon. Then you're quite happy to put him on a bit more of a reserved role. All picked up for Thai. One off the Dimensional Drift now. Jit Boys once again confirmed off the lurk, and the cam gets cleared.
Slowing things down now. Annihilation available here on both sides. Dombey ready and waiting to pop this overdrive. Doesn't have anything else behind him as far as the weaponry is concerned, so let's try to convert this off the back of that old pop. Snakebite will delay, as it's going to be the gate crash cleared out here.
Just Talon trying to force out utility.
Ultimately, they're only able to find a little bit here, but Jit Boys does find Persia. But asleep at the wheel as Dombey down to the open. He's sliding forward. Then he just got a classic.
Where you going?
There's nothing else behind this. You haven't used the ultimate. I don't know, flash in towards the site. The ping reveal off the recon dart, and Kahlua collects 2 kills. And any hope of converting this one quickly does get silenced. Final shot stolen away there by Primi, but it's going to be a flawless here for Talon to continue this run back now, just 1 away from tying things up.
Yeah, I was feeling optimistic after those first couple of rounds for Nongshim, but these last 3 have been walkovers once again. Back onto the buy round here. Nongshim, back-to-back rounds, they've actually invested in the operator, which has really bankrupted Dombey. And it really hasn't had very much impact. In fact, I'm pretty sure one of those ops on the attacking side might have just been hand-delivered to them by Nongshim.
It was just that last-second kill they had on Ivy a couple rounds ago. Now it has been a big thorn on their side. RB Gonna look to lock down this B main position.
Oh, Dimensional Drift and the Annihilation. They're looking to catch RB here.
They have a net at the ready to really try to lock him into position there. Oh, he gets
got
grab. It goes past Francis and does find the Viper. The pit's going to be there for the remaining time before that kill actually comes through. Nightfall going to be sent, but Francis still going to be taken down. Primi again pushing forward, playing aggressively with that operator. He's able to find the kill.
Spike planted.
Once again, a huge post plan established here.
If you hit that shot, you might start feeling a little bit better, but your odds! But those shots from Persia end up being damn clean. Puts them now in a position where they might just be able to make this happen, but Premier around the corner with that operator need to be cleared out. The paranoia is available here, but he's continuing to scale forward, and he's about to catch them completely off guard. Tommy now dead. Persia frantically with some shots forward into the smoke. Eventually he's able to find him because Premier rings out another shot. The time is ticking. This Cruz, last one standing, tucked here into the corner. The drop down. Should know exactly where they're at. The hold to half, the spray starting to come through. Persia trying to keep him protected, but it's just gonna be a stick to completion. There's quick TP, no, Persia I think botches that one, so they don't actually manage to recover the operator, which I think is what he wanted to do, but they do make sure that Cruz does not carry forward the weapon.
Genius play there for Francis, really baiting RB quite heavily inside of the pit, able to come away with one, but it's really Persia. Once again, positional multi-frag up on Heaven side. Primi keeps things interesting at least. And Nongshim secure the retake nonetheless. Really scrapping their way into this game, trying to keep things nice and competitive, continue to front run. Similar approach in the opening part of this round once again for Talon. Big bully in towards A main. TP into spawn from Cruz, doesn't finish it.
Yeah, it's going to be a very quick hit here, it would seem, though. Tilt thrown into the back corner. And TP forward, and RP is there, primed and waiting. Immediately finds the shutdown there on the Thigh.
It's, again, the counter utility in the choke. Thigh goes in, but nobody can support him. The only person on this comp who has any dive potential is Cruz. And Jip Boys just gets caught on the fadeaway.
Now just looking for some spam here in the mid. The wall going to be falling, but Dombi still holding his own. Finds a quick kill, tucks around the corner, gets the spot out here onto Kahlua. As I think they thought they had him blinded up. They do not, but either way, they're still able to find the kill here. As RB will be brought down on the flank, but Primi has his work cut out. This is a guy you cannot face into one after the other. And they do manage to overwhelm him there at the end, but for a second, I was starting to get a little bit concerned that we were going to have a Primi moment. He's going to pull a clutch out, but Nongshim now getting up to 6.
I mean, even getting one exit there is, I believe, his third annihilation of the half. Now, only 8 rounds in. We've still got a third of the half left to play. Could go for 4.
I don't think Ivy's used his.
If he did, like Zeta Division, apparently it wasn't memorable.
I can't believe you would say something like that. It's crazy.
Oh, man.
That's wild. That was also very out of context, I will say. As, okay, well, change up, Dombi. Spot is to go up and over the top, but they're chasing in pretty aggressively with Ty this far forward, but it's actually a shock dart of all things from Kahlua. Lobbed in from downtown.
Yeah. All the way across the court. Nongshim tried a mid-crunch in response, but it's a second too late, and Talon have already seen that. Now the pivot back across towards the A side of the map. Great spam from Persia. Jip Boys always hyper-aggressive on the extremity, punished yet again, and Talon stuck behind a barrier mesh. They wanted to speed up A, but into the deadlock, they can't.
And that significantly slows up the approach here.
Oh, with only a deadlock, not a hard senti like a Cypher. This is where you can very much explore and exploit the middle of the map. Nongshim remaining active in the 4-on-4 though. They're going to take A main. This is a really good move from the defense. You can see Francis is well aware, but you can't lose that pick to Primi.
Not sure why they're even really playing out like that. You've got the sonic sensor set up on the forward spot. RB though,
30 seconds
good timing. He's getting himself around the back, but he's not going to continue to push this angle. Let's get drawn back over. At the same time, you got Francis in such a rough spot. The drop down, managing to find one, tries to go for the transfer. It's only going to find a lick of damage there on a Kahlua. Doesn't get the kill. Cap the plant though, and now time's starting to get away from them here. And it's looking for the grab, and this time it ends up going a little bit wide. RB not grabbed, but Primi again. Dominance here on display with the operator. And Ty finds Persia trying to work his way into tower. Talon fighting back, steadying the round and all of the chaos. themselves up to 4, still with a chance to try to make this a 6-6 half.
This is just another Primi diff. Like, it's not like Nongshim didn't have their chances in that round. Ivy was punished over-peaking a little bit inside of A main. This kill really opened things up with the deadlock going down. I think Francis could have definitely got more done on that off angle. He really wasn't checked correctly. That was the critical kill RB needed to win. Against the op, gave way too much time for Primi to be able to complete that shot. Little bit of mid-face yet again. Dai gonna dive in with the help of the dart. The slide avoided by the gate crash as once again Talon turn their attention to A main.
They're still at the ready here, Ivy. Any more noise could just chuck that one out. 2 rounds left to be played. Will the Annihilation or the Overdrive ever get used?
Maybe. Nongshim have soft cleared mid, and Primi's just going to keep going.
Oh, and RB getting bogged a little bit there, slowed down by the bullets. This barrier mesh does go out here. Right as that smoke falls.
Barrier mesh going to be chunked down over time as Primi just continues to dry walk into the site with this op.
Ivy backpedaling. Wise, but oh, the scope in. Seems like he saw just enough. It will just be the net. Trying to lock them in position. Hunter Sphere now opened up from Kahlua, trying to hound down these players and open up the A site a bit more. Down at the same time, folding in mid as Cruz finds himself a second. Paranoia going to be sent from Persia. It's a big one to try to slow them up, but there's just too many numbers here. It's a little bit of a wide swing. Okay, bounce into the corner. Primi going to be napped up by the ultimate. They maybe look to try to clear him out. They are able to do so. Tries to draw to short. He still falls, but now it's all on RB. Finds the first spike now planted. Double disconnect back in towards Yard. Sends out the fight to try to open up some space here for himself, but he knows that these players are going to be low on HP. 76 between the two of them. Just 85 on RB. Cruz dialed in on the angle. Swings off it for a moment. Peeks back in, and RB, he just has no idea where Jit Boys is going to be on the approach from. Turns back, and he cannot fire fast enough. Jit Boys. That bails him out of a bad situation. As they continue to run this back, Talon looking for that tied up scoreline at the half.
Again, just small missed opportunities for Nongshim. I mean, 2 players unable to clear up Cruz in middle there. And then this was actually sick. They break, whoever this was in the cocoon, they broke Primi out of the cocoon, which wasted Ivy's last 6 to 8 bullets, and then they just run him down after that. It's a small detail, but it actually does enable them to get the trade that puts them in that 2-on-1 they're able to convert.
Oh, why is this rearing its ugly head again?
I love the music as well. It's like,
yeah,
oh no.
So ominous. Ah, well. Well, once we get word as to what this is, we will relay that, of course, over to you guys and hopefully get through it pretty quickly again.
I'm sure someone in the chat, we got some experts of many different disciplines there in the chat. I'm sure there's tech experts, there's experts on playing Valorant. You know, I've seen advice on, you know, dating and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
You can go to the chat for anything, guys. They'll solve all your problems.
Yeah, it's like a, you know, it's like
important round, important comeback. झाला तर आहे
GPT,
त्यांच्याकडून.
that's what it is,
Let's
right?
see.
Being told that it's a gear issue, so should hopefully be a just, you know, unplug it, plug it back in type thing real quick.
Yeah, turn it on and off again. I mean, I've heard that, I've seen a common sentiment that various players are on the gear, but, you know, not going to be happening this time.
I squinted that, but...
The keyboard and mouse, of course.
Yes.
Is what we're talking about. Peripherals.
Well, there's the telltale sign of getting back into the game. The fist bumps come through. Talent, see if they're going to be able to make this happen, get that 6-6, because right now you've got Nongshim on a very, very weak bye. Obviously, Downbe's still holding on to the overdrive. Could have that one come to play here in the round.
You could tell he wanted to run it down with the overdrive, but he's denied by the counter utility there. First time we've seen Deadlock actually over towards this B side of the map as the barrier mesh goes down. Primi looking for someone to make a mistake, someone to give him anything in mid. But right now he's just staring at a green screen.
Little TP there is, oh, shot does connect and puts Downby down low, 10 HP remaining. Just goes backpedaling here with that overdrive, re-peaks and eventually will fall, but does find a good amount of damage for his life. Weapons, however, not going to be recoverable here for Nongshim as Jit Boys on a nice timing. Just uses that recon as bait, swings in, takes Persia's head off.
Very consistently has been able to open up these extremities. Flank coming in for Nongshim will be checked by the trip here. And Primy's already posted up.
TLN च्या खात्यात आहे round. Confirm.
No reason for him to try to swing out here. Francis just doesn't have an angle until this very moment. Does manage to go ahead and cut him down, so weapon can be scooped up. This barrier mesh needing to be cleared. This yard angle very much being watched here. As Cruz tucked in behind the box, swings, finds one. Francis on the counter. Trades it back. 2v2, but time starting to work against him, but Francis is absolutely incredible with the 4K.
Comeback म्हणजे retake चांगला होता.
Half here for Nongshim.
Yeah, Francis 4K just rolls off the tongue. Alliteration, time and time again. I think Texture's scared for his title at this point.
Switching sides.
That's promising for Nongshim though. Able to be quite competitive in this half. Still a couple of touch or go moments, has to be said. And it's not the kind of half that is going to fill you with a ton of confidence, especially attacking into Deadlock Cypher. That could definitely be problematic as we head back onto that attacking side. But I think Nongshim are playing their quintessential style. They are playing that Deadlock in with the Neon. They've been doing this for years, going back to Ascension. Prowler goes on in. Danby is quite happy to play around that Initiator util thrown by Francis. They just need to execute that style. They need to be able to make it work on this newer map in the pool, on a bit more of a traditional kind of 3-lane map, which, to be fair, they have been able to do recently. I've been quite surprised by their Ascent, actually.
Well, just split the difference a bit for initially there, but does opt to go for Primy in the end.
He's a shooter, although Thai's been incredible today, especially that first map.
Oh, absolutely. Better at cooking ramen.
RB's got the experience, surely.
I would go with RB just because of the age. It's not even something that I got good at until somewhat recently.
It's crazy, though, that RB is still so young. He started so young. I mean, a lot of these Korean players, to be fair, do start in their late teens.
Yeah.
So by the time you get veteran experience at the level of RB, you're what, like 23, 24 or something like that? It's kind of ridiculous. He's still got many years left in him.
Oh, yeah. And it has been great to have him back. Especially now that Francis is actually
Oh, look, let's not go into that. They're back playing their quintessential style, which is what we want to be seeing. It's a 4-1 here. Little bit of pressure with the Viper Wall on the A side of the map, courtesy of a one-man fake thrown by Francis.
Yeah, and they're looking to just go ahead and completely overwhelm him, and they shout.
I'm out of here.
That
Just
created...
taken down, and now... Okay, well, he can't even complete the teleport. Jit Boys has killed him before that can even come through. Off to the races here is trying to close the gap and just come up with two there. Is Dombey with that frenzy in hand, but he cannot make it happen. RB now left to his own devices in a 1v4. Just the classic. And yeah, we'll just swing out into the open. That's going to be him taken down, and Talon taking that first step towards tying things up and gaining a lead for themselves. They're 1-for-1 on pistols here on Corrode.
I guess that that has to be an anti-strat. That's the only explanation for it, that you've seen Talon in previous pistols play inside of the site on defense, because I have no idea why Persia's gone for the fancy double TP into heaven there, knowing that Talon is playing retake. Like, you've comped here as Francis, there's at least 2 or 3 people over on that side of the map. You haven't seen anyone on the site entry into B, but you're still double TPing up into heaven. Like, it just has to be a set play that you've already pre-planned. That's just gone completely amiss. And that's just another example of these kind of questionable moments we've seen today from Nongshim that just don't quite hit the mark, unfortunately.
Just the one Sheriff here in the hands of Dombey. And so much util. Double Sentinel set up here on this B site. Looking to make Nongshim's lives a living hell on this approach. As, yep, there's the tripwire, does get cleared. And Primy swings out from backside to find that elimination. Jit Boy's holding his own, swaps over to the classic, and whoo boy, is so quick to get the shutdown there. Spike is in position to try to go for a plant, but Primy swinging in around the back on the hunt, and he has found his prey. So flawless here in the anti-eco. Talon now tie at 7-7. They give themselves a decent chance of trying to convert this bonus.
Just trying to run through a brick wall. Small detail for those that don't know, nice little floor trip there for Jit Boys. We might even get to see it here. You see Danby runs into that trip, and the point of those floor trips is just to avoid the Prowlers. When you only have the fade as the init, the Prowlers will just fly straight over the top of these floor trips, and then the Neon is going to run into the site and just get absolutely obliterated, exactly like that.
Where are you?
Bonus here. Could just be crushing for Nongshim and could be the final nail in the coffin. Cruz sliding forward, Judge around the corner.
Toxins going up.
And even then, he's got so many reinforcements behind this. The wall will fall. Paranoia connecting, RB. And he just held down M1. Maybe could have got a bit more damage, if not the kill, but instead it will just be tight. Down to 89, and the kill count equalized.
Primi actually adjusted his sonic sensor to double up inside a main there at the last second.
Oh, yeah.
Double Senti setup inside of this site.
Quick clear of the barrier mesh. Like you said, that trip, though, in position. GrabNet now going to be lobbed in, looking to try to lock him down. Primi does get caught by one, clears the haunt, however. Goes for the removal, and oh, Danby, the criminal just sliding across the floor, is able to find Jit Boys. Look to try to get rid of this enemy deadlock, cannot do so, but Persia will. It's a player advantage now, but Nongshim starting to get into dangerous territory. And you've got Tai, I was going to say, who has a Guardian, as well as Cruz with a Phantom. This is still very doable for Talon. Pop flash around the corner. France is able to avoid that TP forward here. Staying quiet, staying in position, but there's the swing. There's the shot. And there's the double face with Tai collecting a 4K. Bonus converted. Talon in the lead, 8-7.
2-on-3 again, looking a little bit too easy. Thai securing himself the dimensional drift, and Nongshim just a little bit too disjointed in the post plant there. Persia goes looking into spawn side, the Fade is on site, and Ivy is playing in main. We're not aggressing together with a numbers advantage, which just allows Talon to recover the deficit and push it into a 2-on-2. If you're going to push here, better to just double up in terms of the numbers, I think. I understand trying to get a more favorable position and play the post plant from multiple angles. But in that situation, unfortunately, it just loses it against the bonus. And that's a round you needed to convert.
Oh, well. It's a hellishly good shot to start off the round.
I know Kalua's in the area as well. Nongshim just used to be so good at winning these half buys. You don't see it anymore. Where's the Danby Bucky? I need to see a handful of Sheriffs and a Danby Bucky winning rounds. That was the excitement factor that Nongshim brought back in their Ascension run.
It's been straying away from it. Get it every now and then, but you know, it has been fewer and further in between. Right now, pushing forward and into the more heavily stacked site. Granted, Tai here does just have the 5 HP, so should swiftly be dealt with. Maybe can find a kill before getting taken down, but oh, here comes the quick little slide, and yeah, not going to be able to TP out fast enough. Backpedal going to be coming through, fast lane now going to be set up. Teleport the reposition. Jit Boys finds one. It's RB dead outside of A main, but now the spike can be planted, but the Zoden looking to wreak some havoc and looking to find some shots through the walls. And yeah, well, we'll be able to do so. There goes Danby.
Talon just tucking themselves in.
France on the approach. Dealt with as Jit Boys looking for that 4-piece. Cannot make it happen, but leaves Ivy now all to his own devices. The approach and a shot in between the shoulder blades. Primi will be able to shut him down. Cheeky little go of it here from Nongshim, but not close enough to try to pull off the thrifty. Talon now gaining this lead by 2 rounds.
I mean, the key kill there is definitely the one onto RP. They find the Viper lurking around the backside, and they're able to just tuck themselves in and keep Nongshim kind of pinned into the site, play the Rangers with the Odin as well as the rifle. It's a good opener for Nongshim. They do connect with the Relay Bolt and some very impactful utility. But from there, unfortunately, Talon just controlled things very well. They play hands-off, and they force Nongshim to push into them to be able to secure a better foothold to play the post plant from, and that's where they're punished. Talon's starting to pull ahead now. Ops out for Thai as well.
Team 9 and 3 is Primi. Is now just 1 charge away from having that first annihilation of the second half. Be what, 4th overall in the game.
Reasonable. Big push into mid here for Nongshim. Just gonna shove it straight up the guts. With RB outside A main, though, it should be an A ending, I would assume.
You have this pivot back, though. I mean, Premi's already good enough to take point and find that first kill, but now you've also got this operator in behind this as he's playing a pixel angle, but it's one that Francis actually displaces him from. But how do you get rid of this? Yep, flick is going to be good.
You don't.
Try to find the kill. Quick little reposition, and that is the door being slammed shut here on this B site. Nongshim clearly scratching their heads, wondering what in the hell they can get done, but honestly, it might just be an angle to try to save.
I mean, the protocols are too clean for Talon. They know what's clean and dirty with the trips and the cam in place.
Wow,
Jit Boys can just tuck and be ready for the spawn wrap here. Kahlua on the rotation could get caught. That's what Persia's looking for. Oh no. That's the worst timing you've ever seen.
30 seconds left.
That's a brutal one. I think, yeah, if you're Francis and RB right now, you should be trying to back away. They're probably feeling like they're in a little bit too deep. 20 seconds remaining. It's forward into the cage. The counter spam coming through, and Francis does manage to find one. Crew's dead, but with RB going down, any hope remaining in this round has been smothered out of existence. Double digits now hit. Talon looking to bring this to a close as they once again shatter the economy of Nongshim.
Surely you need to get a timeout here. I mean, the narrative for Nongshim was that they had RB come into the IGL and they started to play very slow, very structured, very like old DRX-esque. Then we were quite happy to see Francis back on the IGL role and them start to play faster in their last 2 games of the group stage. Look like their old selves, but unfortunately today, this feels much more like RB's calling than it feels like Francis is calling. That round was very much big shove up on middle. They've been running 1-4s every single round. RB is always on the lurk. It's very readable. And when they shove up through the middle of the map and they don't find that opening pick to be able to kind of push and pull the rotations and find a mid-round, they end up in a deficit and just try to kind of limply attack into these sites that are so heavily fortified by the Sentinels of Talon. It just doesn't feel like there's a strong identity or strong decision-making for Nongshim right now. They're just kind of flaccidly walking around the map and getting picked or running into these, you know, fort-like setups.
See, though, I'm not seeing a ton of discussion there. Maybe what's needed to be said has already been stated there, but Nongshim, pressure mounting. I mean, we already talked about it, how important this series is. Trying to keep yourself afloat, keep yourself in that upper bracket here, the playoffs.
Could be a bit more pace here for Nongshim. Do have the Nightfall and the Overdrive to work with, but Dabby's got a rifle in hand, so I don't know if he's going to be ripping that this round. Could get a pit in the afterplant. Annihilation is on the lurk in towards middle.
Once again, it's another one of those moments where you start wondering about the priorities here. I mean, obviously, Dabby, you know, hit some nasty shots, but why not pass that weapon over to somebody like Francis, who has been having a very good map overall? He's currently your top fragger, and then try to utilize the overdrive.
Yeah.
Feels a little bit scrambled. This did not. It's gone. Well, there's a tripwire, which is cleared out. Cruz holding the angle, still able to find one. Francis is going to be taken down. Relay Bolt looking for the stun. Able to back away as there's the pink reveal. There's Dombey dead, and Jit Boys is doing wonders here for the team. Annihilation gets the grab on a Kahlua, so in the end, when the dust settles, it's going to be a 2v2. Jimmy has an Annihilation of his own.
Dimensional Drift and Annihilation, so they could really look for a player to isolate with the Deadlock hold here.
It looks like that's going to be the case. The push forward goes in around the back, and RB is staring over towards Yard. The exit with the clone. Persia to find the one, and he's trying to judge it right. No, it ends up going wide, but now he knows it. Persia just trying to play it on the limit.
Wow.
And he will barely get it done. The headshot to fly through. Primi dead. It's a Red Bull clutch as Nongshim barely scraped by with a round win.
I don't know how that Annihilation missed. It looked dead on. He just sidestepped it. Barely anything between Persia and just getting cocooned there. But Nongshim make it work. Needed a round on the half by not really converted as much by the timeout or any real crazy macro play, but it's once again Persia. He's been an absolute standout. Like, he's not acing or anything like that, but every 2 or 3K this guy puts together is nothing but impact.
He's trying to be steady here for the team. Nongshim still in with a shout here on this map. Viper's been available if they can get into a strong post plant position. RB for now, though. Solo lurker around A main.
Kahlua just trying to play this off angle. Nongshim Wall up, making some moves into middle now.
The spot actually slides back along the wall. Just outs himself. Francis happily takes that.
Speeding up short A now.
Oh, would have been a hell of a shot, but Ty can't quite make it connect. And now he's teleported all the way back across towards that B site. But Jitboys again, continuing to be a bit of a nuisance. Gets the reveal, gets the kill, haunts up out into the window. Gonna be quickly
Oh,
declared.
Jitboy ने मस्त दोन kill गाड़ी.
Hold it for a second.
Flushed out of the site. Nongshim getting the plant established, and Pit goes down from RB. Flank coming in from Primi here.
How much can he get done? He's set on a reposition, can wrap around through mid, collect the weapon from Kalua's body. Looks like that's exactly going to be what he does. So Vandal going to be in hand. Primi ready to push forward, and RB just now checks over towards this side of the pit. Finds him on the entry. Just Cruz left alive.
No escape.
Might just be a call to try to re-wrap in towards mid, maybe recover that operator if possible, but it might still be a bit too risky. Nongshim already closing the gap on that one, and they're going to be closing the gap here on the scoreboard as well.
Looking for the Odin. Punished by Persia yet again. He ain't missed in this game, and Nongshim, some signs of life. Keeping this one competitive. They don't want to go out 0-2 in their first ever playoff series against Talon here. Jitboys has just honestly been an absolute thorn in the side of Danby. I mean, I feel like Cypher against the Neon is so good, especially when you're running Fade instead of Sova. There's just no effective way to clear the trips. Time and time again, you're just sliding into these setups. But it's the reliable backliners of Nongshim who get it done in the mid-round.
Well, Talon, coaching staff certainly paying a bit closer attention here to Corrode than they were on Lotus. It was easy breezy for him, this one. Maybe
Timeout by TLN.
Timeout call going to be used just to try to maintain this lead, stop this advance from Nongshim. As you've got fans here in the audience effectively praying for the run back, maybe not realizing that they were going to be seen doing it, but wanting to see these young upstarts stick around a bit longer here. Go a bit deeper in the playoffs, their first playoffs.
See what Talon are able to come up with. I don't think it's been the setups or the macro overall that's been a problem. It's more been the XVX and the mid to late round, which sometimes, from a coaching perspective, can be a little bit more difficult to solve on the fly. Like, they are getting the op on these info lines. The Cypher setups are usually finding value. Just when you get into the post plant that you're running into some issues often. Dark covers exchange in middle. This time, no one present for Talon. Kalua was found for free there, but with the big shove into middle, this is exactly what you want to see on Corrode. It's a good little push into A main in response from Talon after all of that noise from Nongshim in middle.
Silence across the map here for the moment. Just a bit of a fan out here from Nongshim trying to get a sense of what Talon have set up, what's going to be waiting for them on the opposite side. Still a good amount of firepower here in their hands.
It's like Nongshim are anticipating some kind of mid-crunch from Talon, or were looking to punish some kind of aggression. But Talon quite happy to just sit with this A main position. It's an extremely strong place to be. RMS broken here by RB on the lurk yet again. Nongshim considering this B split, once again attacking into the sides with the double senties.
Yeah, smoke towards top window. Prowler going forward. Paranoia sent. Primi zoned away here for the moment, but still playing the angle. A bite though at his feet, and Dami sliding forward. Is able to find the kill. Ushering the rest of the team now into the B site. Still two players on the approach, but they have to re-clear mid, so the drone is even going out. This is really slowing up the Talon forces from getting back into position here.
It's going to take a long time. Got to do it, Danby in the link here.
Spot, the headshot, the spray down, and he is instantaneous with that second. 3K for him overall. As Jitboys continuing to put up some flashy plays here for the team, but a good damage, but no kill found there from Cruz with that Singer. We are tied at 10-10. Nongshim looking to send this to a third and final map.
Yeah, lovely little bait set up in the corner there for RB to close things out, but the entry was even better. That's quintessential Danby. He's sliding past you and you're just catching strays.
Attack मस्त करता है.
Better execution from
NST
Nongshim getting
attacking
into these
great है.
sites.
मॅप
Despite
पिक
the fact
त्यांचा
that
होता
they're
पहिले
attacking
त्यांनी
into site, the
डॉमिनेट
deadlock, the mid
नाही ते
control that they're
डॉमिनेट
able to
झाले.
get
TLN
allows them
अच्छा TLN चा मॅप पिक
enough
आहे. my bad.
kind of angles to be able to kind of crunch into the site and not run into the brunt of the Sentinel util.
ही मॅच पण जाते
Another
थर्ड
play here for
मॅपला.
Talon. Despite the fact they really didn't have much money to work with, the loss bonus is giving them a Bulldog and a Guardian.
Go, go, go!
Followed up by the grab net, but nothing more than that, really, to try to dissuade them. Nongshim have their eyes set on this site once again. Rovers toward the connector. Hunter's Fury going to be opened up here from Kahlua. Premi able to hold his own for 2 quick kills as Tommy and Ivy both get taken down.
Spike planted.
Boys needing a little bit of friendly fire just to try to peek the angle. Can't see much more there as Persia, considering going for a TP as Francis, going to be noted. He is in such a bad spot. Persia, however, holds the line, tries to lock off access from here, but
2v2 situation है
more
easy.
players are on this approach to swing in, and Kahlua
2v2
is able to dispatch him, and that leaves RB now
close है.
alone. Down just around the corner, but he finds the timing. Getting the jump as the recon is in hand. Gets the spawn on a cruise, and it's a Red Bull clutch from RB
Easy.
to keep Nongshim moving forward. 2 more rounds to go.
What a turnaround from the veteran. He was a certified liability at the start of Lotus, and now he is clutching up impact rounds for Nongshim in a game where you can barely split the difference between these two teams. Another huge multi-frag from Persia, exactly when it's needed. Kahlua caught pants down, unfortunate. It's a disjointed 2-on-1 attempt from Talon that is heavily punished. 10th clutch, and it was a hell of a clutch at that.
Well, congrats to RB, but I think he's going to be wanting this map win a hell of a lot more than the accolade there.
काय करतोय?
Premi pushing forward, full share of purchase here for
Hello.
Talon. 1 away from having an annihilation,
Huh?
so we'll have that in the next round pretty much no matter what.
A lot of off angles for
अच्छा,
Nongshim to
ठीक है,
contest
खा,
here.
खा,
You've got
खा.
crossfire
ढाले
across
की ये
middle
मो-
as well as over on B. If they run through the map lackadaisically, re-clearing everything rather than being
अरे झालं की ये म्हटलं.
diligent using their utility,
झालं
they
की ये
could run
वालो.
into some trouble here.
Oh, looking for the jump there onto RB, but they don't catch him asleep. He's able to go ahead and turn around. His tie is just a hair off on the timing. Can't find it. Chip Boy's dead. And now it's just Kahlua and Ty to try to see if they can get any kind of damage dealt, but RB is still out there hunting.
Spike
They are
planted.
wary about that.
Want to see the kills go the way of the Viper or the Fade here. In fact, the death, although it gives the rifle over to Talon, does get RB closer to his pit.
Just by 1, but I mean, they're walled off here from the barrier mesh. Would have to put that Phantom to use and dump the majority of its ammo just to try to get through there. So it seems like widely just going to be Kahlua, seeing if anyone slips into his sights, and otherwise we just go down
12-11.
here to the spike.
Sorry.
Swing out in the spot.
12-10.
Kahlua does manage to find 1, but that'll be the cleanup coming in. So just the 2 kills found. A couple ults now built up. The Neural, the Annihilation. See if Talon can put them to use as they try to run back 2 more rounds and get this into overtime. Otherwise, we're going to be heading over to Bind.
A streak he gave 5 from Talon, with Nongshim replying with 5 of their own. 2 chances to close now and push us through to a 3rd map here for Nongshim. They've showed some great resilience, especially after a really lackluster first map performance. A lot of big impact ults that they could use. Talon will have to be cognizant of that. This could be an overdrive with an Omen ult behind enemy lines, a quick Nightfall play, or once again, Nongshim just sticking to the slower rounds that have worked for them time and time again. Once again, they will take some mid-control here. Gravnet forces Thigh off the line.
It's just RP tagged a little bit, but he gets slotted in exactly where he wants to be. But Persia
First
being
pick.
outdone, not ready for Kahlua to be watching this
TLN ने
team
काट
here
लिया.
all the way at top mid. He's going to re-peek, and that will be his demise. So ends up
4v4
getting the
आता.
trade back. 1-1, and now the Neural Theft
Dropping spike.
going to be invested. So, you know, Jit Boys is going to be
Don't do
around
it.
their fallen teammate's corpse, but all information going to be gained here as RB stuck into the corner. Some spam to take him lower.
Face your
And he
fear.
looks to try to pull off a bit of a hero play, but cannot make it happen. Nightfall goes across over towards that B site, whereas the pace in, over towards Yard, and Ivy.
Oh,
He's able to find two. Spike now ready to be planted, but France is fully disconnected.
Final
That leaves Ivy
2v1.
now to his own devices to try to make
Open
this
low
happen. He only has 30 HP.
It's got some sonic sensors.
High
and the grab
chances
net to
है
work
कि
with, as
around
well as
जिंक
the
का है
annihilation, but probably
Alpan
needs
है
to
ना
take a duel on one of these off angles to get a quick headshot to convert it into the one-on-one.
He needs to try to get one and then maybe just send the annihilation off a tap at the defuse.
I don't think they're going to be expecting him this deep on the flank here.
Potentially not.
Sensor destroyed. Sensor down.
Clears him out. Sees the one, sees them both.
Pull them to their grave.
He's going to be trying to make a play for this one, but he does not get the diffuser. That's just Primi gone. He's going to try to swing out. but
अच्छा,
cannot
Jit
do
boy
so
stick
fast
रहेगा.
enough. They get the clear? No. Primi still will die. It's still going to be
Yo,
some
भाई,
damage done to the
WS,
economy,
WS.
but Nongshim, the map win. Continuing
आशु
to
ये
look
ना
at-
जर
I
free
respect this from
shield तर
Persia though, like you're
ये
hoping
Discord ला बस.
this deep into the half as well when you've conditioned so much mid control into splits. You're hoping that Talon are just going to play sides, maybe think about a change up, especially with the overdrive as well as the Omen ult and the Nightfall online. You're expecting maybe a quicker sight pop. So I like the fact that they try to throw a Hail Mary, get Persia inserted
Hello,
at
एकच
top
मिनिट
mid.
था मालूम.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work out that round. But another chance to close here for Nongshim. One off the pit. Dimensional Drift and Annihilation could still be a great combo for the retake here on Talon. Nongshim taking A main control, but will fall back and re-clear mid with their pit. Or the wall, rather.
Small angle, spotting out the legs, spotting out plenty in fact as Cam now does get cleared. Paranoia going to be sent out and Cruz able to strike for two. Downbeat Francis both going to be taken down. The crunch in the mid is looking gorgeous here for Talon. As they are just 2 kills away from sending this to overtime.
Ooh, Spike picked up. RB's got space on the site. This could be the pit if he converts this.
Doesn't manage to find that kill, and that would have been a critical one. Would have made them a lot more comfortable. Instead, it is just that bite, but now he's trying to play a little bit of an off angle, just hugging along the side of the smoke, going for a timing, and eventually is able to find one. Tries to go for the pit!
OT.
Ends up losing his life. Primi W the ult, the TP, Persia, as he outdone them, finds one, turns, gets the kill.
काय 1v3 काढतो ना.
OT,
OT.
They have strength in numbers.
OT ला गेली match.
Cruz with a 4K, gets him the defuse, and gets us into OT.
Lovely little mid trap there for Talon. Off the back of the cam, Paranoia with the blind side to follow up. Nongshim caught completely pants down.
Yes,
Once
ये
again
match
on the
OT ला
attacking
गेली.
side, they've just looked a little bit too one-dimensional. It's been one
अरे मैं
force.
ते ये कर दो
Viper
ना
lurk in
safe.
A main with the slow walk up mid multiple times now.
थोडा
Last
तमाशा
round
पण
they
आहे भाई.
punished Persia on the top mid peak. This round,
आलाय
a
त्यांना
lovely
stream
trap
मध्ये
off the
आलाय.
back of the cam.
Yes. काय येतं तो? बोललो त्याला स्वतः काय रिप्लाय नाही आला त्याला बोललो
Not
डिस्कॉर्डला
gonna
ये
have the
बस
money to pull out the ult.
ऐकत
Just gonna rely on that
आला
rifle
नाही
session
ऐकत नाही
getaway.
ना आला
Once
नाही
again, Ivy
अच्छा ठीक आहे
trusted to hold this A site.
थांब जरा ही एवढी एक मॅच ही आता ओटी काय होते ते बघू आणि मग मी बंद करतो मला पण
Here he
जायचंय
is ready to drop. We'll see if we can draw that first blood.
Cover going out.
Smoke immediately over towards top mid here. Trying to counter
क्रेझी भाई काय लाईनअप होते ते नेट
Francis and Downbeat, but they're continuing to scale forward.
निकाल पाहिजे बे लाईनअप
Prowler re-clears mid. They've inserted Danby on towards the off angle. You could tell Nongshim are thinking about the mid crunch. Barrier breach now cleaned up by Talon, who still haven't decided exactly where they want to be going just yet. Nongshim on some of these pesky off angles with still a fair bit of utility in the back pocket could make their life difficult if they try to re-clear mid or
आई तुझ्या
shove
इथं
into
आवाज
these
येतोय
sites late into the round.
Smoke to his yard. The drone going forward. Kahlua wanting to try to scout this position.
Sardar,
and
तेरे
he's going to
इसमें
be
से
able to
आवाज
do
आ
so.
रहा है
Downbeat,
आवाज
Ping revealed. In such a rough spot, but is actually able to back away. Persia at the same time is coming to the rescue. He quickly finds 2 kills. Ty and Cruz both going to be taken down.
Chipboy's trying to bait out the sonic sensor. Persia now in on the rotation.
ये
This man's
5
everywhere.
है एनएस बोलते हैं TLN काढू शकतात तो V5 पण बघू
Now pretty much all in. No chance of recourse. No
such a very tough situation
chance to try to really reposition this barrier
10
mesh.
seconds left.
Holds down, be back here for the moment. She'll peek out. Getting a decent amount of information. Persia lurking within the smoke. Shorty at the ready. Oh, the 1-2 pump. Puts Primi down to 51, but cannot find that second kill. Still does an immense amount of work here for Francis to play off of. And he plays off it beautifully. The 1-2 punch, and Nongshim now back up to map point.
That's just another impactful multi-frag from Persia.
क्या लेक्चर है ना
Paranoia
that's a very
bails
plan,
out
Alex.
Dambi, who's caught out on an island there. Beautiful little mid-reclear from Talon. The drone isolates the Neon. They wanted to try to cut him down. And from that advantageous position, Nongshim's able to just tuck into the sides and convert. Another map point. Weren't able to convert it in regulation. Now moving back
Mama,
up to the
100
attacking
ka.
side. We'll see if they've come up with
100
an
ka.
answer. They're going to take a timeout. They're going to try to 100% this one, but this gives time for Talon to also start to discuss. I think if I'm Talon, you know, the mid-trap worked. You've seen again and again these slow mid-walks from Nongshim. Nongshim often starting with this mid-control with RB on the lurk.
फ्रूट्स कोण खाता
That initial conditioning has been very well established at this point.
अंगासाठी
So it's
Blood
about the
level,
mind games
sugar
now.
level
It's about
वाढत
whether
होतो.
Talon is going to react once again to that mid-walk when they've already been able to punish it, or whether they expect the change up for Nongshim. And for Nongshim, are we finally going to see a quicker hit,
100
a quicker execute on
अरे
one of these
50
sides?
मध्ये
Are they
काय
going to
होत
keep
नाही
trusting
20
what's
वाला
working,
आणत जा
these
ना.
slower defaults into the mid
काय
round?
किंडर जो आहे ते टॉय वाला कशाला आणतो
Let's see if Talon can
बड़ा वाला अच्छा
utilize this
ते
opportunity. to
दोनों में
time out
सेम ही
from
रहता है
Nongshim.
इसमें भी वही रहता है
Like a
उसमें
bit
भी
of a
वही
gift.
रहता है
नहीं इसमें वो कुछ तो छोटे छोटे बॉल्स
Try to
रहते
counter
हैं
them.
वाइट वाइट
You know, Nongshim
नहीं ठीक है ना
swings
उसमें
back
भी
across.
रहता है पर उसमें बस वो क्रश
Attacking
रहता
side.
है
No operators
प्लेन
still to
रहता
be
है
seen.
ऐसा है
Odin will come into play though for
हाँ,
Crew.
Best time ही है
चाहिए
Split up the
मेरे को
setties.
प्लेन
Look
वाला
how
अच्छा
deep this setup is for Primi. He's really expecting
ए,
Nongshim to
हम प्लेन वाला
charge
मध्ये
into B
सांगते ते
and
20
try to
रुपयाचे आहे
contest
तर पैसे
backwards
वाचव
this
ना
round.
त्या
The
नक्कीच
OTP
घेऊन
is
येते
there
या
if he does get contested, but Nongshim are just going to
ये
work
मी
this
आलो
A
घेऊन
control. They're
किंडर
pretending that this is
Yeah,
just
yeah.
RB once again going for the lurk. Prowler has been hurt at least.
And there's the Odin.
स्पैम है भाई एक्यूरेसी है एक्यूरेसी है
Nongshim gonna be left scratching their heads.
काढला त्याने स्पॅम मध्ये
I mean, how do you get into these sites now with this slow comp? The only dive you've got is Persia. It's just dry contact from this point.
And just double TP forward, I guess.
That didn't go so
Didn't
well
go
on
well
the
on the
pistol.
B site, no. Well, it looks like they're gonna cut some noise, have RB try to draw some attention over here towards B. So they'll look to try to clear out this barrier mesh a bit, and they do have the attention of 3 players in position here. But John Riot, please. Mr. Riot, let's have a conversation about the Odin.
Oh, let's have a conversation about Ivy. See if you can drag them kicking and screaming through this mid-round. It's not even the finish on the A side here. He's really just trying to pull the rotations away from B, and he is an excellent salesman here. He's pulled all of Talon back over to A and then just slinked away, and now you see Nongshim walk into the B site for free.
They're just now starting to really get a sense of this, but it's only Primi rotating over. I mean, if you want a point of first contact, obviously he'd probably be your #1 choice for this.
Mid duel.
As, oh, the swing out. That's Ivy dead to rights.
Spike planted.
Oh, find the one, but RB can't get the catch.
4v2
That means
यार
they are critically outnumbered. Smoke and a TP. I wonder where Persia's at.
Doesn't
He
matter.
goes to the tower. He finds one. He drops down. That's a bit of damage here to the ankles. Swing onto the corner. Well, Jip Boy's ready to just go ahead and Goomba stomp him there. RB now to try to clutch, and he cannot. Clean tap from Kahlua.
परत ओटी
Feels like that timeout call might have bit Nongshim in the rear here as we get tied 13-13.
I mean,
परत
usually as a
परत
coach, you know, you go into the
परत
timeouts, you're
परत
discussing many things. Unfortunately, you're not discussing losing 2 picks to an Odin through the wall on the A side of the map. There's really just not much you can do
I
about
mean,
that.
it's just the most engaging gameplay that you could possibly witness in this. I love it. I love it. Look, again, I get it. I get why you use it.
I mean,
Nothing against Cruz.
look, I know you love paper thin, so I thought you would love paper thin walls as well.
Nope. Nope. Turns out I don't love either.
Context dependent.
That's why you're here.
Oh, fair enough. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. I do have hair, so that helps. Mid take. Coming out here for Talon. This is a big plus of the Yoru. You can just brute force your way in and gate crash out when the other team mid crunches you. Well worked from Talon. Once again, dealing with the barrier mesh. Really going down the checklist quite nicely here on the attacking side. Should be a drone to re-clear mid yet again.
नेट थोड़ा घंटा है
Just spotting out Danby. Nothing to get carried away about, but it will be the finish into 8. Once again, Ivy lies in wait.
Clue needs some damage from something there over towards mid. As Net, critical timing from Ivy as Persia swinging out from yard is able to find himself a kill. Ivy gets a second. Primi, however,
Primi 2 काढले.
looks up with his Hall's position, but Persia is there to clean it up.
1v3.
Looks to pick up the pieces. Spike in hand.
Hard है, 11
Swings
HP
back
थे.
around the front, and Persia continuing to excel. A 3K for him. A great hold of the line for Ivy. Nongshim once again find themselves here at map point.
You just can't get into that side. Like we saw that in Talon's last game on Corrode. You try to shove into the A-choke into Ivy and you're going to get shut down. The Sonic Sensor in combination with the grab net. You're stunned and you can't uncrouch. Of course, the only player who can really defy those odds is Primi, because it doesn't really matter what happens in a game of Valorant. He's still going to shoot you in the head. But outside of that, Nongshim cleans up the rest of the round.
बोलो it's time for Kinder Joy in a shake. आता मी खाणार दोन्ही आणि मग नंतर माझं डोकं फिरायला लागणार.
Aggressive
ए
pressure
तुझा काय
into
सीन
it.
झाला? तू क्लासला जाणारच नाही.
As Paranoia on the
Nah.
tie.
ते शुभम सोबत आता किती बोंबललो त्याला माहिती आहे का?
Very pacey hit here onto this ace.
Oh.
This should be illegal.
I will
Arrest
बोललो
this
बघ
man.
मला लांब पडतोय भाई नाही येऊ शकत आणि त्याच्यात माझ्या बाप आय मीन
Oh, Kahlua with a quick little peek.
बोलतायत
Tap
की
the plan.
जा ना जवळच तर आहे आणि त्याला सांगतो हा कॉलेजला जात
Got the
नाही.
garden hose out.
एवढा राग आलेला
Sprays
मला.
everybody down
He
at
gets the
4K.
4K.
तो अजून
It's
फोर्स
a
करायला लागला
reset.
भाई तू
It's
जात
a
नाही कॉलेजला
flawless.
माहिती आहे मला
Why?
तुझे पप्पा पण कॉल करताय आणि हे वेगळे त्रास देणार
Oh, no.
त्यांना कॉल करून का हा
Oh, it's
मॅडम
gonna be
होती
so
तेव्हा बरोबर
frustrating.
रिपोर्ट येत होता
So
आता
last
नाही
attacking round, we've lost 2 to
ते
the Odin on the A side of the map.
आता त्यांना कोणी सांगितलं मॅडम नाही म्हणून.
Sorry, man, go ahead.
हा मीच सांगितलं मी
Let's go ahead.
He's not going to do that again.
What are the odds?
He's going to double it
असंच
up.
शेअर
this time.
केला रे
There's only
असंच
kills
शेअर
two
केला
of
की
us
मॅडम
again.
नाही आता गेली ती
Well, he didn't, to be fair. All right. Time out for
तिथं
Talon
उघडा
here.
करायला माझा.
I think this is Frost
Lord,
maybe
look at the
disciplining
Ughada
Cruz a
Gala.
little bit for his bad behavior. Perhaps.
I could only hope.
काय करणार आता?
No, again, can't blame him for
आपलं
going for
सीन
it.
कसं आहे मला
The
रेक्स
map's
बोलवतोय.
architecture ends up
कोण रेक्स अच्छा साहिल
leaning in towards that being very,
How
very
will it?
valuable.
आता चल मस्ती करायला.
It's well
नाही
done by Cruz
रे
overall.
राखोपर जाणं नाही सोपं
How long can we continue this back and forth?
तेवढं जाणार कशासाठी तिकडं फक्त अर्धा तास बसायला
Try to win out this next
म्हणजे
one.
हा हे ठाण्याला तरी कसं की हा चल इकडे तर जाऊन ये.
अरे तिकडं सगळी गर्दी आहे ना ती घाटकोपरची गर्दी पण तिकडच आहे अजून वरून ठाण्याची गर्दी पण तिकडे घालतात तिकडे मग बसायला पण जागा नसणार
मी तुला नाही देते, मला नाही आवडत.
But I think the big thing is that you got to remember Cruz is
मी
the
त्याला
archer.
बोललो
He's the one that goes through all
मी
these
ठाण्याच्या
spots. He
हिशोबाने
knows the
गेलेला
pacing of Nongshim. He
तेवढा
knows
लवकर
how
जॉईन
and the
नाही तर
way
मी
that
नसता
they're
गेला
going to
ना
go and take
12
this A
नंतर
main
किंवा
control.
13 नंतर
So
गेला
if he
असता
knows those timings and he can just spam you through a wall, he's going to know when to do it.
त्याला ते रूढ वाटतंय
Well, doesn't have it here for the
Me-
attack.
त्याच्यात पप्पा
हे बघ.
पाठवून बॅकग्राऊंड मध्ये अरे जा ना अरे जा ना अरे
Full
जा ना
push, but
That
already
doesn't matter.
Nongshim
Center's back.
going out in towards mid. Some quick peeks around, so it's going to be a little bit of info gather for them.
Contact this time.
अभ्यासात काही कमी
Shots are going to be lobbed in. Persia blinded, sends out a paranoia, but he
म्हणजे
gets
एक
pinged
simple
via
आहे.
recon from Kahlua.
तो आउटकम
Absolutely
जोपर्यंत
being his
म्हणजे
undoing.
रिझल्ट मध्ये जोपर्यंत फरक नाही पडत
Quite
तोपर्यंत
Meister
आम्ही काय
gone here
बोलणार नाही.
from the side of Nongshim.
रिझल्ट मध्ये गणला मग
It's joined in here alongside Dambi, but he's going to be very quickly overwhelmed as Dambi gets taken down.
Whoa.
Call. This time here for Talon might just be working a treat. Francis managing to
Plan
find
limit
2
करायचं आज
kills here
रात्री
in reply. He himself, though, down to 10 HP, avoids the shock dart.
मध्ये काम
Bobs the
गेले
C's, RB finding one, but now it's all down to Francis. 10 health. Primi,
Bye,
damn near
1v1.
full on it. We'll get to K
10
down a little
HP
bit lower.
भाई,
Doesn't have a prowler.
10 HP.
Holds the haunt, a shallow one. It gets cleared. Can't find him
Oh.
with the timing. Looks to try to get that swing, but Primi holds his own.
Yeah.
And Talon now are up to match point.
That's just one of those awkward exchanges where it's Francis
भाई
you see him
crazy
invest the
crazy.
Nightfall. They're both using
भाई
Aiden.
माझ्याकडे
I
TLN
just want to see
assassin वाला
him
बंदा है रे
follow up on all of that decay
TLN
damage.
थांब जरा मला
These
TLN चा
1v1
बघू दे भाई.
situations
क्रेजी
are
चालू
just so
TLN.
tense, unfortunately. Especially
जॉर्ड यायला मी
when
थांबवली.
you know you have to peek into Primi in a 1v1. No one wants to do that. It's a good
जॉर्ड
effort for Francis. But Talon also
19
not
views,
learning their
भाई,
mistake,
crazy.
but instead capitalizing on it, doing it a little bit better. The dry contact stops
19
that
लोकं
reactive
बघतात.
futility from being
तीन
as
व्ह्यूज येऊन
effective.
गेले.
The paranoia
Views?
and the grab net not
याने
connecting
कोण
as clearly.
व्ह्यूअर्स वेगळे.
Up out on attack here.
वॉचिंग
Going to be harder for Nongshim to get in on the hard entry. Obviously, they'll
Watching
swap
like
out
it,
later on,
that's
but
what
Dambi's going to be glass
Oh.
cannon.
Think
Good pick from RB
missed
into
it.
middle.
Yeah, great lurk forward. Shock dart
Okay.
not getting into the corner. And he opted to go for the bounce. Might have been able to find a little bit more damage here, but instead RB just gets that kill and he's able to just slide away to safety.
Gotta be spotted on the
Let's
exit
go.
there.
Maybe हाँ last round
Contact
असू
from
शकतो या
Dambi. He's
match
just
चा.
waiting for someone to peek.
And
Wow,
managed to go ahead and
Killua
find some
got
revenge for dying
first
at the end
peek.
of it all.
Of this round.
He's back to parity. Dambi once again sprinting
Dambi
forward.
second
Sprinting
kill
down
was the
Killua
second
with
kill.
another monstrous
Third kill.
trying
Ah
to
yeah.
cross
Ah
by the third.
yeah.
Timing through the
Ah
smoke.
yeah.
Finds Ivy.
Oh.
And that might just do it. Persian out the last one standing.
किती वाजता आहे
Cleared
ना?
out. Noise being made at no
Finally
end.
संपेल आता.
अच्छा ठीक आहे.
So just managed
Yeah,
to
yeah,
everyone.
get the spike planted, but Premier
Steady,
just
steady.
poking and prodding,
Bye-bye.
looking to whittle away here.
3v1. Wow, let's go. And this is the end of this match.
Starting off their playoff run.
The finally TLN versus NS
16 to 14
playoff
here on
stage
Corona. They will
2
pick up
day
the
1
2-0
goes
victory over
to
Nongshim.
And their eyes set on
TLN.
that chance spot. They want to go straight through
भाई
the upper
crazy
bracket
मस्त
to be
मजा
able to
आली
claim it. Talon are going to tee themselves
त्याच्यानंतर
up
RRQ
again
versus
against
T1 आहे.
DRX.
ती लगेच नाही होणार
Swiftly
मग.
dispatching of Nongshim today, who
अरे
unfortunately
हे जी
in
स्ट्रीम
their
कर राहू दे
first
त्यांना.
playoff game here in
Let's
Pacific
go.
looked a little nervy, looked a little bit too slow to start.
Well, this is going to be a sigh of relief here for Talon, for Frost, knowing the pressures that they still have yet to face, but for now
Let's
they
go.
avoid
आता
that
आपण
lower
Valor येऊ.
bracket. They
हे
avoid
जरा
falling
वेळ
down
तेल
into the belly
घालू.
of the beast, because we talked about it, the teams down there, you don't want to be playing against them. You want to go ahead and keep that lifeline, have that one-up available for yourselves
Yeah.
for as long as humanly possible, because for Talon, they have their eyes on Tokyo. They have their eyes on that top 2
Let's
finish.
go. Let's
Absolutely,
go.
I think
Let's
for
go.
Nongshim, you know, they're going to go in the
Game
lower
sound
bracket.
पण चालू
There's
आहे.
sharks
Everything
going
fit.
on down there. And for Talon, I'm just going to say this, Talon versus DRX matchup, spicy.
Sounds
आता
that
आपण
would be
याच्यानंतर RRQ आणि
absolutely
त्याची बघू.
cinema. We'll have to just wait and see.
थांब जरा 2
Never know
तैयार
when the
बघितलं
red light, green light.
हा?
Now, we'll get ready to send down
तैयार
the stage
बघितलं.
where Jen Lee is
तैयारा नाही माहित. भैयारा बघितलाय मी.
हे?
भैयाराचा ट्रेलर. भैयारा नाही माहित.
Welcome to playoffs, everybody.
नाही माहित.
Congratulations, Talon. Congratulations, Jit Boys.
अरे भैयारा याचा.
Cruz over
पुरोजा.
here. GG guys. Congratulations.
ओके.
네, 탈론의 지보이 선수, 크루즈 선수 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 승리 축하드립니다. Congratulations, you two. What a perfect way to kick off playoffs with a 2-0 win. Now, first of all, how was that match for you, Jit Boys? 먼저 2대0 플레이오프 첫 경기 소감부터 들어보도록
Control
할게요.
कंट्रोल कर.
ก็รู้สึกดีครับผมที่ชนะในเพลย์ออฟ
पुरवचे
แรกก็
5 मिलियन झाले
ถื
भाई
อว่า
कोणाचे?
स्वतःच्या
คอน
चॅनलवर.
ฟิเดนแล้วก็อะไรต่างๆ ให้
ते
กับทีมด้วยครับผม
कोणाचे बोलतो तू?
we won in the first
Purav
game
Jha.
and it's like a confidence boost for the team, so it's like a good head start.
5
이렇게
मिलियन.
플레이오프 첫 경기부터 승리를 해서 정말 다행이고 좀 더 유리한 지점을 가져갈 수 있었기에 좀 오늘 승리가 참
하지 마,
다행이고
하지 말라, 하지 말라.
선수 코로드에서 오딘이 정말 무시무시했거든요.
चला आता इंटरव्ह्यू नाही आपण गेम सीन वर जाऊ डायरेक्ट.
चुतिया पे तसं तर.
भैयारा ट्रेलर. भैयारा.
सैयारा.
भैयारा.
सैयारा.
भैयारा का मैंने नहीं पता. तू तेरी पार्टी में बुला मैंने. तू
हाँ?
तेरी पार्टी में बुला मैंने.
मला बोलतो आणि स्वतः मला इन्व्हाइट टाकतो हुशार.
अरे तर मी रिक्वेस्ट टू जॉईनच करायला गेलो तर तुझ्या याच्यात जॉईन टाकायला येतच नव्हतं कारण की तू मला टाकलेली ना आणि ती प्रोसेस होईपर्यंत मला पेशन्स नाही. आय एम अति गाईवाला माणूस. नाही मला ओनी कटाना आली आहे.
Match found.
घे ना.
मला सांगू मला घ्यायला. ओके मैं अरे ये ना ये आशिष दा ये डॉच करतो. निखिल डॉच कर ना. आशिष दा ये. हा
ठीक
करतो
आहे.
डॉच करतो.
ठीक आहे.
तू करतो कमी करू.
हा मी करतो
3 मिनिट बॅन लागेल तसंही.
बघू लागला का नाही. काल रात्री गेलेला.
मग मी आता कारण की मी आताच केलेलं ना तू करणं.
काल रात्रीच आतापर्यंत गेला असेल ना. 24 आवर्स तर झाले असतील.
24 आवर्स बा आज रात्री 24 आवर्स होतील.
काल रात्री 11ला का नाही काय 12 1 2 का काहीतरी केलेला टाइम नाही लक्षात.
क्लास मध्ये नाही का कोण व्हॅलो खेळणार असं रेग्युलरली?
नाही ना, आपणच होतो किड.
असे पाहिजे रे. मला कुठे असं आमची पबजीची पण टीम कंप्लीट कधीच नव्हती. माझं कर्स आहे वाटतं ते मला. हा अरे मी लेजिट सांगतो बघ, त्याच्यात पण आम्ही तिघच होतो. स्टार्टिंगच्या ग्रुपमध्ये पण तिघच होतो, आता पण तिघच आहेत. चौथा प्लेअर आम्हाला शोधायला लागतो. डॉज झाली असती रे ती, त्यांच्या पण नाही 2 प्लेअरने डॉज केली, 3 प्लेअरने. मी मोस्टली रात्री खेळतो. अरे थांब ना, काय चालू करतोय तू? मोस्टली रात्री खेळतो यार. रात्री मी सध्या बंद केलं कारण की माझी प्रॅक्टिस असते ना, त्यामुळे.
सीधा तुला काय वॉर्म अप बिम अप करायचं डीएम लाव.
काम तर नाही, पण तुला क्रॅकबर्डची आयडी देतो. क्रॅकबर्डला टाकून तो रिक्वेस्ट. तो खेळतो आमच्या डेली रात्री ग्राइंड करतो तो, म्हणून सिल्वर टूल चालू कर रे.
काय रे काय 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 कोणाला बोलतोय?
ये एक्झॅक्टलीला.
कोण आहे ये एक्झॅक्टली?
तो तुला काल बोललो ना. अरे तुझं नाव काय आहे? तू काल बोललास, मी विसरलो.
आकाश.
आकाश आकाश.
मॅच फाउंड.
I am the beginning. I am the end.
काही पण क्रेझी मॅच झाली आई. नाही बघितलं ना, तुला नाही काय. एक्झॅक्टली भाई, काय नाव आहे? काय काय पप्पू का मी एवढे आहे नको टाकू, लोक सर्च करतात तेवढे आहे.
काय घेऊ मी?
अरे इनी पाहिजे होता.
आता तो घेईल ना प्लेअर 2 काहीतरी. इनी घेतला त्याने, बस दॅट्स इट. डिस्कॉर्डला मला कॉल करतो.
फोन केलेला तेव्हा मला फोन उचलायचा वैताग आलेला. म्हणजे फोन टेबलवरच आहे माझ्या एकदम हाताच्या बाजूला, पण तो उचलायचा वैताग आलेला मला. दॅट्स वाय.
नोटिफिकेशन आला
मोबाईलला आला असेल आणि ते नोटिफिकेशन.
काय सीन?
Wherever I go, obliteration follows. It is my legacy.
आज नाही वाटतं लेक्चर. तो विसरला तर नाही ना लेक्चर बद्दल? लेक्चर बद्दल विसरला तर नसेल ना?
Reloading. Reloading.
ते गोल दे ना ती.
हा फायनली मी आज एक मेसेज बनवला. बोले
सीधा ती जा ना आता
बी जायचंय.
Shadows
ती
traveling.
गेली एकदा परत.
Cover going out.
एक बॉस.
Reloading.
अबे दोन है.
Backstab, backstab, back.
वन एक डोर एक बैकस्टैब एक डोर एक बैकस्टैब
One enemy remaining.
बैकस्टैब था
रुको ना, लो तो पिकाया ले रहे हो।
Shadows traveling.
30 ओवर ही लीगा।
हाँ ठीक है। गुड वन गुड वन।
गलत किया रे मैंने।
पहुंच गए। हाँ।
बोलते हैं?
Just swapping in the fusion cells.
मैंने त्याला बोला घोस्ट
Okay,
के।
my arms are good. We can go. Spikes here.
तुला येता मामा सैंडविच बनवता? कहाँ पे जाना है बोलो? सैंडविच बनवता ना एक।
Right there.
मध्ये काय भाई एवढं जादू मंतर?
मी तेच विचारला ना मी येता का नाही येता.
पुन्हा ना मला विचारलं की
तुला ना आजीला.
तिने या भीतीपायी सांगितलं नसेल की तू बनवायला लावशील.
नाही ना आत्ता थोडे मी संध्याकाळी बोलेल.
Cover going out.
मग तेच ना, मग आता तू मेन्यू प्रिपेअर करतोय, तुला काय येतं काय नाही. स्मोक में गैप है हॉल्स के, हॉल्स पिक मत लेना, प्लांट करके पीछे आ जा.
Blinding.
नाइस बंदे.
One enemy remaining.
ये बैक स्टेप आते हैं. इस पे मार्शल थी हाँ शायद.
मैंने स्पेक्टर डाल के आउट डाली है.
Reloading.
बॉस गाया.
Next round guys. Play on bonus.
Spikes here.
Eva.
There.
काय बघू. ए जाना है चलो.
आजा ब्रीच. आउ दे थांब मी मगाशी बरोबर होणार. Yes, really. This is a skill issue.
Shadows traveling.
कुछ देखना पड़ेगा.
Current their vision.
78 है यार पुश कर लो. रेना 78 है हील नहीं हुआ है.
एक ये क्लोन है.
Reloading. One enemy remaining.
म्हटलं भाई कोणतरी दुसरा आहे. सी प्लेयर है.
सी प्लेयर है ये.
Spike planted.
Reloading.
अरे काय हाँ नशीब. स्मोक ओपन झाला भाई माझा गन घेताना.
Reloading.
अशीचा एकत्र पुश करू. ये एकत्र पुश करू. ये
Reloading.
ये ना.
करते
My old friend.
गुड वन गुड वन.
I don't die so easily.
एनएचपी सोडला हराम खोरने मला.
Never had a doubt. Let's
फैंटम
keep
का
it going.
स्किन बैंडल का स्किन है किसी के पास?
I'm safe.
कौन सा है?
Does anyone have guns?
मेरे पास है ओनी है. किसको चाहिए? वो नेक्स्ट टाइम इला व्हाइट वाला लावून आण ना यार.
ये कशाला?
अरे दे ना भाई. ये फॅन्टम ला.
माझी नाही आहे ती.
तुझी नाही?
हा, 3 आहे माझी.
नाही तू बॅटल पास घेतला आहे तर. आणि मी बाय करायला विसरलो.
Cover going out.
हाँ,
Ultimate is ready.
क्लोन है.
पता है भाई मैं उसको नहीं ठोक रहा था. मैं योरू को भी. हैकर.
Satchel out.
भाई सेकंड शॉट दिला बे. सेकंड शॉट दिला. बिया.
कार्पर का ट्रिक.
Stealing sight.
One enemy remaining.
साइट है पोपो. ये साइट है. तुम्हारी प्लेयर है. ये प्लेयर है
ना.
ये बॅक
दहा कुठे बघतोय तू? स्टेअर्स बघतोय की वर बघतोय? मी वर बघतो. भाई काय योरू आणि रेनाला काय स्पॅम मध्ये मारलाय. लिंक लिंक लिंक.
पता नहीं.
50च्या वर असेल तेव्हाच असेल भेटतो का? असं आहे का काय?
है ना आया नहीं चाहिए.
याला 48
या माणसाला बघ हे पण आता कळतंय. ए भाई ही चालू झाली
काय?
दुसरी RRQ वर्सेस स्टीवन.
फ्लैश वगैरह आता है क्या?
क्या
फ्लैश वगैरह आता है क्या योरू का?
पता नहीं.
नहीं मोस्टली नहीं आता. वो बी पे खेलता है और क्लोन डालता है पहले एंट्री से.
Enemy spotted A.
Shadows traveling.
हे स्पाइक घे चेंबर स्पाइक ले.
अबे
ट्रॅक बड. हा तुला कव्हर नाही देते. हा आता
साइट मिल गया चेंबर. अरे बैक स्टैब है माफी चूत. आ कैसे गया ये?
कंट्रोलर है भाई.
Enemy remaining.
कंट्रोलर है वो.
कुठे आहे रे?
हाँ स्मोक.
रबर के पीछे. अरे काय टायमिंग आहे बे. मी तिकडेच बघत होतो. तो अँगल सोडला आणि चालू झाला.
No one beats my
ले तू चला रहा है अपना फायदे को कैंडल देना तेरा.
मी वॉच पार्टी लावून देतो. 2 मिनिटं दे. 2 मिनिटं दे. स्क्रीनवर मी चेंज करतो. वॉच पार्टी लावतो.
अरे यार मैं प्लान नहीं कर सकता मैं.
हाँ and this is we go. Here we go.
Also step up. He's been kind of quiet for a while. And on the side of T1,
क्या करूं?
of course, they started off the year with a bang, winning that Masters Trophy in Bangkok. They've added in DH ever since then, and I think that's been a fantastic addition. But it seems like they're still figuring out a couple things.
Yeah, I mean, I think with this T1 team, we're never really sure where we stand from them. We know that they can play great Valorant. We know that they can be so aggressive with this double duelist. But it's all about, for them, it's consistency as well, I would say. Now, they did look good in their match against the
Ult हो गया
to
उनका.
close out
Hold
this
कर,
group
hold
stage.
कर, hold
But
कर.
again, we look just before that, it was the loss to TLN. I think it's about trying to find consistency. And we spoke about this a lot. This rookie of DH has
नहीं
been
2 मिनट होगा
probably
बस.
their most consistent,
वो आएंगे.
most
एक
steady
बंदा तो
player,
अग्रेसिव पिक
which
लेगा.
probably
साउंड
shouldn't
कट करो.
happen
साउंड
in
कट
a
करो.
stacked
साउंड कट
team
करो.
full of veterans.
Oh, that is quite the point to make big time. I mean, we hear, well, at least I hear it on the desk from the caster's desk all the time.
अरे यार सामने था बंदा. छी.
Team that needs that individual brilliance, right? You've got all these
अरे
big
समर
names, big
बघताय.
players. Izu now on the entry duel is more so than ever. And I think that's kind of where things might kind of shake up a little bit for them as well. I mean, look at the losses that they actually suffer. They're not against any small, I guess, small teams. It's against Paper X and Talon. And Talon kind of
paper thin wall boy.
when they're running
This
the
is
chamber
something
and stuff
new.
like that, or when Meteor on the Astra are trying to lurk, and when that gets disabled, it's very tough for T1 to operate the way that they want to.
Yeah, I think they lose to these teams that do a really good job of shutting down their game plans. So far they've lost to Talon, Paper X, both great coaching staffs there. So that does worry me if they head into
Now
the
72.
we love Ewok on this desk, where Ewok stands. I do think they have a bright spot there in Izu, who is really starting to step up in that duelist role.
Now, these stats are very interesting. What really stands out to me are both the op usage. We know both these teams like to use their ops, but the pistol win percentage is a huge contrast there. We got one who's great at winning them, and one who's, well, I mean, you can see there, they're 9th in the league. Pistol rounds.
Yeah, no bueno. 40%, not what you want to be seeing there. Getting roll into these halves is so important, but like you say, operate the usage really key for both of these teams. Of course, Jemkin running it on the side of RRQ. T1 a little bit more versatile, but Buzz does tend to do the bulk of it.
Yeah, definitely. They have been putting
अरे क्लो है. सी से क्लो आया.
multiple maps now instead of his usual duelist roles. What do you guys make of that?
I mean, I don't mind it personally. I think Chamber T1 love this agent. They've been running it for the longest time. So if they think that's the best fit for them and they think it's a little bit off meta, I'm fine with them doing it. But I think it's more, it does lack that little bit in versatility, I would say.
And Quack, both of these teams like running double duelists now, or at least they have a second duelist that kind of flexes either into that chamber. You have Monyet here, who also plays the smokes. And now we're looking at both Jemkin and Monyet now, and I think this has been successful for RRQ for the most part.
Quite successful, in fact. I mean, you got the Waylay coming in occasionally. Monyet on the Neon is still just going to be able to wreak havoc across the entire map. And that's, I think, the strength that both of these teams have. I think this matchup kind of comes down to who's going to be able to make sense of the chaos the most. You know, when you got players like Buzz playing the operator, or maybe even sometimes playing the operator, that's going to possibly translate into a first pick, and that could translate into a round win as well.
Yeah, and on the other side, we've got Buzz and Izu here between those duelist roles. This team has kind of shifted their duelists around quite a bit, but it seems like it's mostly these two.
Yeah, I mean, these guys love the double duelist for the longest time. And like we say, I really think Izu is leveling up in that role. We know that he's an incredibly flexible player. In the past iterations of these rosters, we've seen him on all kinds of roles, but now it's really simplified on the Neon and on the Yoru, and Buzz with the Yoru and the Chamber. So, RRQ, with the double duelist, T1 really know what they like and stick to it.
अमन तो एस ना बेटा
This really kind of nailed down
5k भेटतो ना 5k भेटतो तो क्लच भेटतो क्लच
a bit more Meteor as well. I don't really see him playing on any of these duelist roles anymore, which has helped her build picks quite a bit. And in terms of the map pool, this is a little bit interesting. I think Sunset is almost a certainty given what we've seen. Again, this is only from this group stage, from stage 2 so far, and the only real overlap in success I see is Sunset.
Yeah, I mean, both teams flawless on it. It would make a lot of sense naturally for that to come out. Honestly, I'm not too sure which way this veto is going to go because, you know, for me, for RRQ, I think they've shown potential to pick lots of different things. I want to see their bind again. I love that composition. Give me that.
अरे यार smoke clear करो.
They might just be taking it in a little bit of a different
कौन duelist गेला यार?
I think they all also kind of have their own little weaknesses here and there, so there might be some maps that they want to avoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, banning that Lotus, and we're going straight into Bind. I think this is going to be very exciting to see how that's going to play.
Okay, so this is a T1.
पाउस ऐसा गोल नको फिराऊ.
Interesting. So we haven't seen T1 play Bind since Masters Bangkok. So this is a very deliberate, very targeted pick. I think knowing the type of comp that RRQ are going to want to run, and then RRQ flip it back, picking Haven. We know how good T1 are at Haven. They picked it into DFM last week. It's like we've got this graphic wrong, and then
पहला मैं bind.
I mean, this is a very fun veto.
Slide flipper for sure, but it also kind of tells you that they might have some stuff prepared. Haven definitely is one of those maps where I think RRQ will be able to kind of figure out how T1 wants to operate, but at the same time, it is T1 with that win against DFM last week.
Yeah, I'm very surprised to see T1 picking this. To me, this it screams of a perfect anti-strat. To me, it screams that they watched that DRX game and found an obvious weakness. Otherwise, I can't see.
अरे यार मैं क्या corner check करते हैं यार?
So naturally strong.
Well, with that, what are your predictions? I know that we have been fairly
corner check करायला लागलो
for RRQ. Okay.
I gotta go with RRQ. I mean, I feel like they're slowly finding their footing again.
थ्रो करता है थ्रो कर रहे अपन आराम से कुछ तो टैक्टिक्स सोचो स्लो पिक्स पे खेलो लर ब्रिज तू जैसे लर्क पे जा रहा था हर राउंड वैसे जा
I hear what big time, you know, Supreme Coach has to say. But are you telling me watching RQ flop the 12-3 lead, that's championship form? Are you serious? Are you kidding me?
But you look at the two maps after that, it was 13-4, 13-3. Sorry, yeah, 13-4, 13-3. They slapped them, and they should have slapped them map 1. It's just that little bit cleaner, and then they're fine.
You don't see T1 doing that, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you want to have a team getting so desperate to close out the map that they kind of make the wrong call sometimes.
Well, I've gone for T1, and you guys might remember this.
Who's the best team in Korea now?
Yeah, they are the best team in Korea. And that's Stacks. Yeah, so this is going to be given out to the audience members when we kind of do those little polls. So if you answer...
A दोन push, Aला दोन push. अरे यार तुम्हाला smoke द्यायच्या चक्करमध्ये गेलो.
Former best team in Korea versus the actual best team in Pacific. So let's see how they do.
हाँ आपण स्ट्रीम नंतर करू, आपण पहिले हे स्ट्रीम करू. RRQ. हाँ ना भाई. हाँ बैठ.
दोघांपैकी एक कर काय तरी.
करते एकच करते.
सुन सुन, मेरा अल्ट है, एक मार के बी लिंक जाओ, एक बी वॉक करो, ठीक है? एक बी मेन वॉक करो, हम लोग यहाँ पर जाएंगे और जैसे हम लोग वॉल तोड़ेंगे तभी बी मेन पे पुश करियो, ठीक है?
ठीक है, मैं बी मेन से पुश करता हूँ.
अभी मत करियो, जब हम लोग यहाँ पर एक दो पिक निकालेंगे तभी. एक pick
थांब थांब
निकालेंगे.
थांब, मी पहिले क्लोज स्मोक देते, त्या स्मोकच्या अराउंड राउंड आपल्याला पिक काढायला लागते.
ब्रिज गाना मत रुक. उन लोगों को आवाज करने से फिर जाए.
मेरा
Face your fear!
रोटेशन दे रहे, देख रोटेशन करो, दे सामने वाले को मार.
Last player standing. Spike down B.
ब्रो इतना वाइड पीक लेना ही नहीं था भाई, यहाँ रुकना था, एक को पिक करने देना था. तुम लोग ने पीक ही क्यों किया?
Switching sides.
सिर्फ होल्ड करना था. मैंने बोला हम लोग दरवाजा तोड़ेंगे तब जाना है, सिर्फ होल्ड करना था. यहाँ
होल्डच करून जा होतो मी.
नाही, तू पीक केला,
ब्रिजने ब्लाइंड टाकला.
तू वर पीक करायचंच नव्हतं ना. एक पीक
ब्रिजने
भेटला.
ब्लाइंड टाकलं, मग आता काय करू? त्याच्या ब्लाइंड वर पीक नको कॉम्बो करेल. मग नंतर मी पण ते ब्लाइंड टाकून घेतली पीक.
कॉम्बो पूछा.
चलेगा चलेगा, आ जाओ सब लोग यहाँ पे, ठीक है? रिटेक कर लेंगे.
फ्लैश डाल दे ओमेन तेरा.
Get some out of here. Cover going out. Trevor!
नहीं है.
चलो चलो पीछे से.
सेम बैकस्टेप चलो, सेम बैकस्टेप चलो, सेम पुश करो, 5 मैन बैकस्टेप.
सी
Enemy spotted C.
टीपी किया.
Flash out!
Reloading. Spike planted. There.
एक क्लोज है, एक क्लोज है.
रुको रुको.
Reloading. Reloading.
चलो साथ.
Last player standing.
अरे आरएनजी रे आरएनजी.
योरूने टप टुक काढले.
Concussing!
तुम लोग कॉर्नर क्यों नहीं देख के चलते हो यार?
हैं?
मैं इधर ही मारा, देखा नहीं क्या?
कुठे?
As much as this world
स्मोक मध्ये मग स्पॅम दिला ना त्याने.
I will kill you.
पहले मैं मारा, फिर तुम 2 सेकंड बाद गए.
ये टक 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 मिलोय आपला आशिदा.
आपण इकडे होतो ना मेनला, इकडच योरू पण होता. असं पळता पळता त्यांनी टक 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 मारला. कैंपिंग
going out. Trevor!
काय? थ्रू मार दिया.
Spike down A.
सायफरला काढतील का?
Silence.
गुड शॉट गुड शॉट गुड शॉट.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
टीपी किया था योरू ने आगे.
ये लो है बॉडी शॉट दिला.
कर ले लो
काय 4K भाई, 4K. क्रेजी क्लच है, क्रेजी क्लच है. मी काय केलं माहितीये का, इकडे 2 स्मोक जाऊ दिले आणि दुसरा स्मोक जाणार तिकडे मी रबलवर टीपी केला. कोणालाच कळालं नाही भाई या बंद्याने काय केलं. 3 बंदे खाल्ले तरी त्यांना माझी लोकेशन नाही माहित.
क्या बोलते?
क्रेजी कंट्रोलर.
Cover going out.
आशिदा. हाँ थांब 1 सेकंड स्मोक देतोय.
Shadows travel.
बीच है ना तू.
Who's next?
मेरे पे रहना.
माझ्यावर योरू आहे.
Blinding.
फेक. रेना साइड
अरे कुठं आहे ते सांग ना.
Spike planted.
You thought you were safe.
One enemy remaining.
3 killed.
फॉल केअर.
वॉटरफॉल की इधर
ये लाउन टू लाइन परत 4K.
Okay, which gun to pick this time?
क्रेजी वे क्रेजी.
मैं वापस बी रुक रहा हूँ.
काय क्लच करतोय भाई. बॅक टू बॅक 2. आता तर अल्ट पण तोंडावर केलेला त्यांच्या.
ओमेन शॉटी बाय कर दे ना.
Tuck, tuck.
बोनस तर खेळतोय. 2 राऊंड झाला.
Shadows traveling.
ए तुला असं ना वाटत आशीषला तू पुश केलाय.
मी थांबणार इकडे.
ये सोबत आहे आशिष दा सोबत. इकडे ट्रिप आहे.
Cover going out.
अजून एक आहे यार. 78 फेड आणि 50 काय त्याचं नाव ट्रिप वाला.
80 क्या
Last
80
player
का
standing.
अरे यार मॅप खोल दिया था.
50 सायबर.
ठीक आहे. एवढं करून पण हे लोक हाकतायत.
80 है योरू.
यहाँ पे आएंगे या फिर जाएंगे.
Spike planted.
काय माहिती. ए भाई इथे पण राइट क्लिक एनिमेशन भारी है. या बैटल पास.
भाई रेना ब्लाइंड देके जाना था ना. तूने ब्लाइंड भी नहीं दिया था कि फिर भी 2 लोग थे दोनों.
ब्लाइंड ही गलत रहेगा.
ब्लाइंड डालेगा योरू.
अरे यार मॅच भारी चालू आहे.
तोडला 3 लोक होते.
लेफ्ट में
RRQ ची मॅच भारी चालू आहे.
One enemy remaining.
हो
नाइस.
हो व्हाट अ क्लच. व्हाट अ क्लच. क्लच बॉय.
दिल मुंह में आ गया था.
Did everyone see that?
Surviving, Team 1 find the opening pistol.
Very high level play from T1 there, recognizing the timing that the Yoru has in terms of a gate crash. It's something that you throw that gate crash over towards the other side of the map, it only lasts for so long. So if you just do nothing, you just wait for the gate crash to elapse, it will break some setups, it will force some decisions to be made and some rotations. And that's what T1 are banking off of. They take full advantage of that, and it's a classic play. Even though it's a little bit of a different wall up short A there, going into U-Haul, or into Lamps rather, depending on where you are in the world. I know down under we call it a U-Haul and things like that. They do just walk up behind the Viper wall and just explode, which is what you're going to see a lot from T1 this game. It's going to be a lot of slower contact, using util as you walk through the map, and then these explosive executes with the KO flashes and the Dizzy.
The Meteor pushing forward here at Showers. Some warning shot out towards Cushy. Zones him away. Not going to overstay, though. Not going to play for the orb either. As Jiggle Peak, they still want to just go ahead and confirm that there's no one playing alongside the teleporter. So far, T1 able to scale up just outside of B here. Grab the orb at least. Now they've got a couple options.
Seen T1 play this style for a very long time now, even right at the start of the year. You saw KO comps from them on Bind. They had a good run before they even went into kickoff on this map, and their style hasn't changed much since then, really. Still working the map, using this KO to direct the flow of traffic with the flashes.
Buzz eating a good amount of damage. Does have a regen shield, so it seems like for now, we'll just go ahead and hold on to the Phantom. We could just pass that one over to Stacks. Paint shell going to be lobbed into the corner, and there's the slow. Cushy able to find one. Jimkin on the quick peek, able to find another. These shots on the Marshall, not quite connecting there. Meteor. Egg on his face as well as the Dizzy, and now Xpero finds a shot on the DH, and just like that, this round is at risk of being stolen away as the Wingman will fall. It's a thrifty for RQ to tie it up 1-1. What a round, and for T1, what a blunder.
But T1 are left looking sheepish there. RRQ, they are playing a comp, guys, with so much utility that is effective in the chokes. the Saturate is so underrated. Grabnet, Mosh Pit, Astra Stars gives you a little bit more potential to hold in these chokes. If you find the wrong timings, if you run down the clock too much and don't do your due diligence, working your way through the map and baiting out this utility, you will be punished. And we see that straight away on an eco in round 2. That is going to be a momentum stopper for T1.
They're going to be looking to just go ahead and pull off very much the same thing. Damn near full sheriffs here. Aside from DH, who does just hold on to that classic, but it's a rough way to go ahead and kick things off as Buzz gets a headshot through the corner. Stacks at the same time, going to be noted outside of B main.
Look, trying to cut some corners. They don't have much to work with. Got to respect it. Sometimes it'll work out.
Well, that has them locked in position now. Meteor zoned back, contained within showers, and there's the finisher. Jemkin quickly coming up with 2. Zachary going to be lobbed at as well. Izu, nothing really to do here as he's hindered, just staying sat here within this nebula.
I don't know how Meteor's made it past the barrier mesh inside bathrooms here.
I don't know either, but now he's cleared out.
चल चल चल
Shadows traveling. Stealing sight.
हा हे किती वेळ आहे हे मी झोपायचं नाही म्हणून लावलंय का काय झालं
Shadows traveling.
Spike down A.
काय
अरे यार ओमेन आ गया हुआ से यार
पता है भाई मैं विफ किया
One enemy remaining.
Easy.
मैं विफ किया भाई That's it मैंने विफ किया nothing else bro
हाँ यार मैं मर गया ना
bro that's why bro
अब ब्रीच चाहिए
ये ले भाई ये ले तेरे लिए
नहीं है
अबे तू सेल कर बाय किया तूने सेल कर मैं ओडिन नहीं चला था
ब्रीच तुझे ऑफ चाहिए
ब्रीच ऑफ चाहिए
मैं भी सी जा रहा हूँ मुझे लग रहा है सी आएंगे डर जो है खा के मेरा सर घूम रहा है इधर चले जा इधर टीपी डाल के
इतना शगर भाई
Cover going out.
थाम रेना तुझे और तेल
अबे यार सब लोग है रेना 70 बाइक मिल गया आपने
Who's next?
अरे तनी अल्ट मारला स्पाइक उचलेल घेऊन गेला सी सब लोग सी
गाइस
Spike planted.
साइफर है गाइस है
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
ऊपर था सिटी लेफ्ट में हाँ उधर ही किधर
वाटरफॉल
तो दे कॉर्नर वॉल बैंक दे
भाई जीजीज
क्रेजी भाई
मजे आ गए
Don't insult me.
Clutch.
ओ भाई स्पैम कर रहा है
This is who I was meant to be.
ओ भाई स्पैम कर रहा है
भाई तो काय फोरके होते भाई क्रेजी वोमेन आउटप्ले झाले आज वोमेन आउटप्ले खूप झाले आज सकाळपासून मी क्लिप काढतोय
स्टार्ट
हा एक लास्ट मॅच मग मी सोडून देतो हा कर चालू कर प्रॅक्टिसला आशिदाचा अल्ट भारी होता भाई क्रेजीएस्ट अल्ट होता भाई काय होते सिल्वर होते बे ते लेजिट सगळे सिल्वर होते. माझी MMR एवढी पडली आहे. आपण याच्यात स्कोरबोर्ड
Match
परफॉर्मन्स
found.
हा असंच पायाखाली आला मी ठेवला. पायाखाली आलो बोललो.
क्रॅकबर्ड प्लीज
मला
वेले
क्लोज
नको
खेळायचं
खेळू.
होतं.
क्रॅकबर्ड वेले नको खेळू
मेरे को क्लोव खेलना था बे.
ना. मी ओमेन्स नाही देत सध्या कोणाला.
मैं ही
यो
स्मोक दूंगा, मैं ही
गाइस,
सब करूंगा.
वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम. स्ट्रीमला सबस्क्राईब करा, सॉरी चॅनलला सबस्क्राईब करा, स्ट्रीमला लाईक करा, सपोर्ट मी टू ग्रो अँड थँक यू यू विजिट माय यूट्यूब चॅनल. इनिशिएटर घ्यायला होत्या चिकनला. मी एवढा मोठा मेसेज टाईप केलाय, वाचला तू?
हो नाही.
वाच.
Live some support your Indians to nice but desperation नाही वाटत त्या मेसेज मध्ये.
आवडलं ते डेस्पिरेशन ज्याला वाचायचं आहे बघ. एखादा जर असं असेल, लाईव्ह ॲट पपुगामी ऑन YT, शो सम सपोर्ट, वी आर इंडियन्स, वी हेल्प इच अदर टू ग्रो. आता दिसतं ना डेस्पिरेशन. कंट्रोलर है इनिशिएटर. एक इनिशिएटर घे. गेको घे. गेको घे.
जाऊ दे आता.
नो इनिशिएटर ऑन असेंट. भाई एवढ्या डेडली मॅपवर तुम्ही विदाउट इनिशिएटर खेळताय, लाज वाटते का? त्यांच्याकडे पण नाही इनिशिएटर. केला बिंदास. ठेवा बिंदास.
अरे त्यांचा अटॅकिंग आणि 3 ड्युलिस्ट.
माइंड आता मला दुसऱ्या साईटवर खेळायची गरज नाही स्मोक करायला. नाही त्याच साईटवर स्मोक करणार. एकटी धिंगाण.
चिकन बनाना, चिकन बनाना, बनाना बनाना, चिकन बनाना, बनाना.
एक तो है. बोल बोल बोल. चिकन बनाना बोल.
नो
वाइप तो है. मला जम.
काय आलं?
मला आता जमलं याच्याने फेस कसा काढायचा. अरे यार
येडा का तू स्वतः रश केला.
4 बंदे स्पॉनले भाई तुम्ही.
अच्छा ना मी त्यांच्या स्पॉनला.
आशिदा मैंने देखा. आवाज कर तोडते पटकन जा.
ऍस्ट्रा स्मोक दे ना. ऍस्ट्रा इधर.
अरे नाही त्यांनी बघितलंय तुला.
पण त्यांनी मला शूट थोडी केलेला.
हा ते तसं नाही, असं पण कळतं ते. जा ना, तुझ्याकडे लक्ष नाही त्यांचं. साईटवर प्रेशर खूप आहे. योरू आयशो
लग नहीं रहा यार.
Last player standing.
वही बोलू, लग नहीं रहा. ऊपर. अरे यार अब्दुल बॉम्ब प्लांट. पुश का गेला बप्पू तू?
मी पुश नाही, मी एक अर्ली पिक काढायला गेलो. माझा स्मोक तसा होता म्हणून, पण ते भाई काय सक्सेसफुल झाला.
इन्स्टंट स्मोक दे इकडं जर आले तर. ओके यू अंडरस्टैंड.
एक्स्ट्रा तू बस बी स्मोक कर भाई, मैं खेल लूंगा यार. मेरे को बी खेलना पड़ेगा.
सुन एक्स्ट्रा इधर एक फुल एवरेज टर्न दे दे जैसे आया वो.
अरे जाना अभी एक खेल. ए स्मोक दिया है तो.
अरे दोन्हीकडे दिले ते इडा.
Shadows traveling.
अरे दो स्मोक
क्यों?
आता इकडचं का
भाई 65 मलाच
अरे यार दो स्मोक मत दो यार, पूरा वो हो जाता है.
हाँ तो इसको देखना भाई, समझता नहीं, फालतू का एस्ट्रा लॉक किया है।
Player standing.
आराम से।
Unreal Engine 5. Hello, best engine ever.
Astra, your power sends shimmers through the veil. It is mesmerizing. Can no one else see them? Pity.
एक खेल भाई तू, ए भाई तू एक खेल भाई, एस्ट्रा भाई एक खेल भाई।
स्मोक देने दे, एक्स्ट्रा तू पुल पुश वो सब कर, काम लगेगा।
चलो विचार तो फर्स्ट टाइम खेलते का?
फर्स्ट टाइम मैं खेला था स्नार।
मैं इंस्टा लॉक का खेला
भाई, मैंने ओडिन नहीं किया था, स्टैनिक गॉड भाई। आई डिडंट ओडिन। आखिर तक मैं जज पे था।
अरे बचाना, फिर ऐसे अकेले कैसे छोड़ के चले जाता है रे?
ये थामना तू
यार। कभी
भाई आरएनजी।
अरे यार तुला काय वेगळं बोलले लोग कभी।
होल्ड दूसरे नहीं अभी तक।
8 बुलेट
पीछे एक मत कर 3v2 है।
इकडे
शॉटगन
One enemy remaining.
हम आते। भाई मैंने ओडिन नहीं किया रे, स्टैनिक गॉड भाई। तू ऐसे ब्लेम मत कर मेरे पे।
वेंडर लेके
वो बुरा लगता है भाई।
Yes, fam. Yes, this is what we needed.
बुड़
ये लेना, तेरे को बुलडॉग चाहिए।
Popu, can you buy me?
वो लोग ये आएंगे, मेरे को लग रहा है।
मेरे को तो लगता है ही। इधर एक मेरे को ये चाहिए था यार, वन वे।
एक मिनट चेंबर में
एक्स्ट्रा इधर आ सकती है तू।
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
पप्पू का एक बाय ने पूरा राउंड निकाल दिया भाई।
क्रेजी है भाई पप्पू।
राउंड मैंने
वो है तो चिंता का है।
भाई हे माउस व्हील मधनं काढ पप्पू, आपण माउस व्हील मधनं क्लासिक किंवा हे काढू शकतो का?
सायफर एक ट्रिप यहाँ लगा ना, यहाँ लगा।
काढू शकतो।
कसं सांग।
ते डिसबाइंड करायचं आता था।
बाद में लगा। स्मोक
going out.
फंसेंगे साइड पे।
Check the corners.
Careful. पंचे बनून झाला काय मी? या आशिषदा सॉरी.
तुझे किथे जाऊंदे शेरा.
चेंबर होता बीला.
ये कुठे आहे रे? तिकडे आहे का सांग?
होता.
मैं देख लूंगा तेरे को जाना।
मैं मिड देखूं क्या? मैं मिड देखूं?
हाँ
चलो हो गया। आला
फ्लो आया। आने दादा प्लान करने जाएंगे, फंस जाएंगे।
One enemy remaining.
आइए तो बी में ने।
ए तो पण डैमेज होता भाई। आया क्लोज है।
30 seconds left.
मिड।
एक्स्ट्रा है ना एक्स्ट्रा।
याच्यात मागच्या कॉर्नरला होता असं का वाटतं?
स्पॉन पे।
भाई काय ट्रिप है भाई?
survived obliteration. I will survive them.
मिस्ट ब्लूसमचं काय हे नाही का ॲनिमेशन
कशात
इन्स्पेक्ट मध्ये
आहे ना.
काय
काय तुझ्याकडे वॅन्डल आहे की फॅन्टम आहे?
फॅन्टम आहे.
तो फुल असा फुलतो. फॅन्टमचं काय ते नाही माहित. शेरीफचं तरी फुल
एक वेव येते बस.
हा मग तेवढंच असेल.
वन वे दे.
Cover going
बस
out.
नहीं है कोई भी.
Shadows.
It's you and me.
स्टार्ट वेस्ट हो गया. फुल कर यार. रीलोडिंग.
रुक ना वो पुश करेंगे रुक.
और एक
Is ready.
नाही यार
स्मोक में.
अरे स्पाइक पा लॉबी मध्ये स्पाइक केअर करा जा.
Last player standing.
अच्छा ले गया वो. योर 117.
Spike planted.
पे क्यों नहीं था भाई तू?
माय बैड मैंने गलत किया. मैं मिड देख रहा था मेरा ध्यान नहीं. मैंने कॉल नहीं किया. माय बैड.
सबने साइड छोड़ दी थी बी को.
मी कर.
अरे मैं तो हर राउंड स्विच कर रहा हूँ ना अभी.
हां माय बैड बोला ना.
मैं अल्ट पे खेल रहा हूँ.
ये बॅटल पास वाला आहे. खूप जुना माणूस आहे. अब्दुल बॉम्ब प्लांटर.
Claw through them.
आ रहा.
एक्स्ट्रा दे स्मोक दे. एका स्मोक दे.
अरे थोड़ा हेल्प भी करो यार. अरे
नहीं घुसे कोई नहीं है.
अच्छा नाही तो क्लोन आहे. श्योर सर. मी क्लोनला टॅग केला अशा हुशारने.
लो. अरे
80 मैंने दिया भाई. ही ओवर हिल
था ना. रोटेट किया भी. मिड भी.
तो फालतू में थ्रो किया. अच्छा पिक. मेरे को लगता कर रहे रोटेट वो लोग.
आ गए.
नहीं बेस्ट.
नहीं हे एस्ट्रा नाचते.
ए पे ही है वो लोग.
ए प्लान
ये लो है.
Watch them run.
Spike planted. Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
120 रे.
अरे एक्स्ट्रा वो जब प्लान कर रहा है ना तब इधर तू वो डाल के उसको.
पर तू रोटेट क्यों किया एक्स्ट्रा मिड?
मैंने बोला भाई इतना देर हो गया आए नहीं तो.
फर्स्ट टाइम खेल रहा है.
ट्राई क्यों लिया? मेरा तो वही क्वेश्चन है भाई.
रेना को 0 डैमेज अल्ट पे.
रेनाचं काहीतरी ग्लिच आहे रे. ती ओव्हर हिल मध्ये खूप जास्त हिल करते. 500 काहीतरी. अल्ट प्लस टी दाबायला लागतं काहीतरी.
Who's next?
एक नंबर.
इकडे आहे मिड टॉप.
एक मागे टीटी होता. टीपी केला असेल तर माहित नाही.
एक मिनट है. ए पे कोई नहीं. ए पे जा सकते हैं तुम. चारों के चारों इधर ही हो.
अरे इधर
बोला ना सिटी एक.
कोई देख ही नहीं रहा.
One enemy remaining.
नाइस वन रे.
ये पता नहीं.
मिड टॉप खाला.
Spike planted.
ये प्लांटेड. मेरे को मारने दे. बैड.
खाली
80. ठीक
स्प्रे दे
करो एक स्मोक पे प्लांट दे
Cover going out.
Last player standing.
ये तेरे पे आया नाइस नाइस वन
नहीं वो है वो ले
Look your enemy in the eye. It helps with accuracy. Can I get a drop?
मला वाटलंच नव्हतं की तो मला बघेल
एक्स्ट्रा
Thanks.
प्रीमोडियम तेरी है क्या वही ना
ते याच राऊंडला केलं का मी परत बसायला चाललेलो तिकडे मला वाटलं मागच्या राऊंडला केलं एवढा मोठा राऊंड झाला भाई तो
इकडे एक वन वे देऊ शकता का कोण दोघांपैकी
हेच देऊ शकतो
You want to play? Let's play. Shadows traveling.
My eyes are down.
Shadows traveling.
नाही फायदा नाही तिकडे
एस्ट्रा मिड देख एस्ट्रा
Blinding. Watch them run.
भाई क्या मेरे
80 ओमन 80
चेंबर 55 क्लोज 55
The hunt begins.
Cover going out.
hold it
नाइस वन साइड
करके जा स्मोक करके
दो साइड
One enemy remaining.
नाइस
55 लो नाइस
लॉक्ड इन बेबी क्लचर
हैंडल तेरी है क्या
हाँ ये ना हाँ
I need this.
देना भाई
प्राइमोडियम कितने
आए किसी के पास बाय दो ना उसको
तेरे को चाहिए ना हाँ तो ये है मेरे पास ही है
पोपू अशीदा फुल शील्ड घे माग माझ्याकडनं
काय पोपू काय
बाय
माझ्याकडे नाही
अरे माझ्याकडनं माग बोललो
बाय नहीं उनके पास है
आने दे
क्रॅकबर्ड थांब तुला तो माझा डीप वाला स्मोक देतोय बघ बसता येतंय का
नाही येणार खाली दिला
मिड पे
हेड दिसेल माझा
त्या यात्राचा स्मोक आहे ना
To dust.
मैं भी छोड़ दिया था गलती से
अरे इधर छुपा हुआ
That creature is dead. Got him. Enemy spotted A. Enemy
Cover
spotted A.
going out. Shadows traveling.
मिड आहे ना एक्स्ट्रा ठीक आहे
काय बोलतोय निखिल तुला ट्रोल करतोय
ये सब ओपीपीटी
अपोनंट
मला ना तर समोरच्याला बोलायचं
हा पण तो तुलाच बोलतोय की तू चांगला नाही खेळते असं
हे
डायरेक्ट कन्व्हर्सेशन आहे
30 seconds left.
थर्ड
आय
Stealing sight.
तसे किथे भी जाऊन दे तुझा स्मोकचा रेंज थोडा कमी पडला
Cover going out.
10 seconds left.
का टाइम झाला
जीत गया
तसे किथे भी जाऊन दे चेहरा करेंगे ऐसा करेंगे
The symphony of death. Don't worry. I need this. Used to it.
अच्छा भाई
Hey, I know how to do it. I know. Eba.
Time to explode.
Yeah.
नॉट ए
Go get him.
ना एक लोग मेरे को प्रोटेक्ट करना
ए
अरे बी पण आहे स्मोक देता देता मारलाय मला.
मला नाचता नाचता उडवला.
ट्रिप है डोंट वरी.
बी पे भी है, त्याला कॉल दे ना, बी ला पण कॉल दे ना.
बी पे भी है.
Last player standing.
एक मिड और
Spike planted.
आता स्प्लिटच खेळते. हा अस्त्र असताना पण मला स्मोकचं टेन्शन घ्यायला लागते. काय बोलू आता. Oh. Whoa.
Camera taken out.
शोधणार भाई आणि ते मारणार.
मी लिहिणारच होतो AFK or spawn.
Last round before the switch.
Spend those creds before we lose them. Anyone need something? I need to blow
रिक्वेस्ट कर ना साइफर.
Bomb buddy out.
Who's next? Shadows traveling.
मेरे पे
Can use that.
It's you and me.
मला उचलला आयशोने.
ये बंद क्यों किया तूने?
काय
योरू मेरे पे.
अरे यार माझा काय भाई तुम्ही बॉडी पण केअर नाही करू शकत.
सांगितलं तू कॉल दिला अशी झालं बॉडी केअर कर.
आता बाहेर मला काय माहित, मी बोललो मला आयशोने उचलला. आता त्याच्या पुढे मी हे पण बोलू.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
निखिल सारखाच आहे आपण.
अरे नीचे मत बैठ ना.
अरे काय बोलते. हाँ?
Switching sides.
They will scurry. And then
करू काय म्हणजे काय म्हणणं आहे तुझं. कोणता ड्रेस. चल ना जाऊ. हा माझी लास्ट मॅच.
Reloading.
हा ठीक आहे काय नाही.
भाई अभी एस्ट्रा आजा.
काय आज शेवटचा दिवस आहे का.
It begins.
उद्या मग सकाळी 10-1 वाजता जाऊ शकतो ना, त्याला काय एवढं हे नाही.
Cover going out.
तुला अशीच कशी पडते मला समजत नाही.
Cover going out.
मला माहित नाही वन टॅप दिला त्यांनी.
असाच.
Spike
अरे
down A.
बापरे.
असाच चिपकवला त्याने.
लेट्स गो बी.
रोटेट एस्ट्रा.
एक्स्ट्रा भाई. दो स्मोक की जरूरत नहीं थी ये पे. वेस्ट कर दिए.
पागल आहे रे मी अगोदर स्मोक टाकतोय.
carrier is
बघितलं मी बघितलं. मी बघितलं.
Last player standing.
tripwire destroyed.
संपो भाई लवकर संपो. काढू भाई.
आता इश्यू होणार कारण की कंट्रोलरचा यूजच नाही ना काय.
Reyna killed.
हाँ गलती से तो निकल गए.
मिड टॉप.
30 seconds left.
टॉप पडली आहे ना.
You say something?
लगे वन टॅप मध्येच
Sorry.
मेल.
Ears still ringing.
हे शेरिफ दे. इधर है तू.
आपल्याकडे चान्स आहे.
Thank you.
निखिल थोडा आशिता यार तू पण मार ना जरा.
अरे मी काय करू मी जात जैसे जा रहा हूँ मर रहा हूँ भाई. मैं क्या करूँ बता.
अरे चल चल अभी
आता माझा स्मोक पुश करा. हा मिड चल ना मिड मजा येईल.
स्पाइक लेके एस्ट्रा.
Shadows traveling.
Cutting their vision.
पहिल बुद्धी.
Stealing sight.
Grenade. Still in sight.
Cover going out.
Down B.
चलना तू चलना. अरे तू चलना.
अरे राइट बघ ना लेफ्ट बघतोय.
हा अरे हा मागे आलेला ना.
काय आलं? नाही.
Last player standing.
46.
भाई रुक क्यों गया? ऐसा तो चूतिया का तो बोला.
अरे तो एक्स्ट्रा पागल है.
मैं इधर जाने का सोच रहा था.
Charges. Check. Brakes.
अरे ते सोड माझ्या पाठी कोण होतं भाई? आता लेफ्ट बघतोय राईट बघा ना.
4 असतील 3 होते मला नाही आठवत. मी एकच खाल्ला. मी आता एक खाल्ला आणि तेव्हा एक खाल्ला.
कॅच फॅन्टम.
हा मग 4 होते.
आओ सीधा घुसतो.
आवाज मत कर होल्ड कर.
अरे यार घुसते बोल.
आई तू तयारी कर. आपण 5 वाजता निघू. 5:30 पर्यंत येऊन जाऊ आपण.
Cutting their vision.
Shadows traveling. Blinding.
नाही मी जातो बरोबर.
Obscuring concealment.
अरे
Still in sight. Plant a spike.
प्लान दे.
केअर कर.
सायफर प्लान दे.
Reloading.
हेवन. मत पुश कर.
त्याच्यात स्मोक मध्ये बसलाय. थोडं त्याला बघ ना डीप स्मोक दे आतमध्ये दे.
मैं बोला भाई हेवन से देख.
तेरा कॉल चालू है तो तू स्मोक मत कर. तेरे को पहले ही बोला ना. फालतू के स्मोक दे रहा है.
कॉल चालू आहे कधी बोलला तू?
अगं आई यार अख्खी मॅच घालवतोय माहितीये. एजेंट सिलेक्शनच्या वेळी झोपलेले
पुश
असतात.
करना है भाई. मैंने बोला जब ऊपर है ऑलरेडी रियाना क्यों जाना है?
अरे क्लियर
बोला.
अरे ठीक आहे गेला तर गेला.
अरे ह्याच्या स्मोक मध्येच होता. थोडा डीप दिला पाहिजे होता. ठीक है चल माझी पण चुकी है. मैं गेलो.
हम रेना पुश करेगी.
एक्स्ट्रा तू स्मोक नहीं करेगा.
मिट जा रेना पुश करेगी.
Shadows traveling.
ए इकडे कोण एक तरी आला वाटतं.
अरे यार 65 रे. ची नाइस वन रे. घुसा रेना 65 ओव्हर येईल 50च होईल.
जाना
अरे काय? अरे या ना.
क्रॅकवर तुझ्यानी होत नाही ते फॅन्टम तर नको करू. वॅन्डल चालव टॅप.
One enemy remaining.
ऑन साइड. आरएनजी करो हेड हंटर है.
Last player standing.
अरे कसे बैल बुद्धी आहे.
नाही ऑफ कधी
Until I blind
आशिष दाला माहित असेल. आशिष दा तू पहिला पिक घेतला सांगायचा ना. तेरे ऑफ है.
हाँ भाई लेकिन ये तो नहीं ना भाई. साइड में था उसको मालूम है साइड है फिर भी जाने रहा.
ती रिकॉन वाली फैंटम.
मैं पीछे देख रहा हूँ. मैं बैक साइड देख रहा हूँ भाई. इसको मेन देखना चाहिए.
एक तर एजंट काय घेतलाय म्हणून बोललेलो इनिशिएटर पाहिजे. एजंट सिलेक्शनच्या वेळी झोपलेले असतात. डबल एजंट घेतात.
अर्धे तिकडे चालले अर्धे इकडे. हे तुझ्याकडे काय होता?
वॅन्डल.
लोक आहेत बेस्ट बे. बाजूला गार्डियन आहे.
नको मला ती.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
आपण तिघं एकत्र घुसू. तू वेगळा नको जाऊ. आपण तिघं एकत्र घुसू एक साईडला. त्यांना जाऊ दे दोघांना. आपण तिघं एकत्र घुसू एका साईडला.
Check me then, eh?
अच्छा डुओ आहेत, अच्छा हे डुओ आहेत.
थांब रे, मी स्मोक टाकतो.
ब्लाइंड टाक ना, ब्लाइंड टाक. थांब.
टाकला ना.
यार राईट बघ ना, आता अशीच मी पुढे चाललो. लेफ्ट गियर करत होतो यार.
तेरी माँ की चूत लौड़े, एंट्री तेरा पापा करवाएगा ना भोसड़ी के, कुछ एबिलिटी तो डालना है भोसड़ी के वाला.
आराम से पोकू, आराम से शांति से.
Spike down B. Last player standing.
ठीक है, कभी कभी नहीं होता, अपना दिन नहीं होता. अरे
RNG और कुछ.
I have the spike.
One enemy remaining.
Trinity, you're welcome.
ऑपर प्लांट करना.
शूट यार, लॉल. स्मोक इसका पापा देगा. एग्जिट फ्रैग ले लेते हैं, एग्जिट फ्रैग ले लेते हैं.
No worries, Charlie. No worries.
काय एक्झिट ट्रॅकचा मीनिंग काय बाबू?
तेव्हा समज आता स्पाइक लागलाय, तू डिफेंडर आहेस आणि स्पाइक लागलाय, मग तू काय करशील? युजली आता ते तुला एक्सपेक्ट कुठून करशील? अटॅकर्स इकडे असतील मेनला, ते एक्सपेक्ट कुठे करशील? राफ्टर्सने येशील, डिफ्यूज करायचा प्रयत्न करशील, पण तू इकडे थांबतो. आता ॲस्ट्रा आहे ना, तिथे थांबतो. मग जेव्हा त्या स्पाइकच्या रेडियस मधून वाचायला येतात ना, मग तेव्हा तू एक्झिट फ्रॅग काढतो. त्या प्रोसेसला एक्झिट फ्रॅग्स बोलतात. मग ते व्हेरियस केसेस बनतात त्याचे. असं आहे, त्याला काय पर्टिक्युलर हे नाही आहे. व्हेरियस सिनेरियोज.
It's you and me.
अबे हील घे ना था.
One enemy remaining.
My turn.
One enemy remaining.
बंधने रिटेक केला रे मला मारायला. अल्ट कोल्ला तरी हगला.
गार्डियन होती.
सिटी बघ, ऑफ पिक नको घेऊ, याला ऑफर आहे. पिक नको घेऊ.
हा दिसला, इकडे इकडे.
Enemy spotted A.
ते ग्लास. ए रिकॉन नको, बदल. दुसरी दे.
क्रायो
नाही होते रिकॉन, काय माहिती. गोल फिरताय
त्यांनी गॉड गन दिली माझ्या हातात. गॉड गन. कोणती गॉड गन?
कोणती आहे दाखव.
रिव्हर ऑफ. माझ्याकडे पण गॉड आहे भाई. एल्डर फ्लेम ऑफ.
ते ग्लिच पॉपली पण चांगली वाटते मला. सेकंडी बसन ग्लिच पॉप. ठीक आहे.
इकडे बघ.
स्मोक में.
नाही गेला वाटे.
अरे स्मोक करू दे.
मार की टाक की. अरे जवळच आहे.
पुढे आला.
सिटी.
One enemy remaining.
ए तू मिड बघ ना.
Flawless.
हे घे ऑफ पाहिजे.
वायरॅट आहे माझ्याकडे. वायरॅट कोली.
अरे दोन ऑफ काय. लागायला लागले. ये जेवढा लागतात ते पटपट काढून घे.
टीमलॅबचं सबस्क्रिप्शन संपेल काय? मेडिचल तो ऑफ करतोय ना मी. फिक्स ऑफ. फेक लिया ऑफ. आशिदा मीडिया.
मांगा मैंने तेरे से. डिलीवर नहीं किया. लागले.
आलो इकडे मिड मध्ये रेना आ रही है क्रॉस में आएगी.
One enemy remaining.
Nice one.
अगलो टीपी.
Reloading.
Spike planted.
उसे कितने भी खेंदे शेरा करेंगे.
Concealment.
मेरे को लग रहा बैक से
दे कुठून पण जिथून कुठून येईल तर सायफरलाच मारेल.
साइफर बैकस्टैब हो सकता है.
आणि त्याची ट्रिप आहे ना आई. सीधा
Right, guys.
I find them. I kill them. Simple as that.
पुप्पू फैंटम का है. पुप्पू फैंटम का है.
ठीक है बैटल पास.
है ना को. क्या भाई क्या चाहिए.
I need this.
Thank you.
तू बाय. तेरे पे क्या है. फैंटम.
My thanks.
अब्दुल है बॉम्ब ब्लास्टर.
Snuff them out.
बैक में स्पॉन पुश करेंगे ध्यान. वो लोग ना स्मोक जाने दे.
ये ना
जाने दे.
ये ना अरे बरोबर काढलास तरी ये ना.
राइट लेफ्ट में भाई क्रॉस में बैठे हैं.
मग मी राईट घेतला तर तुम्ही लेफ्ट घेऊ शकता ना.
हेवन कौन देखे.
हेवन स्मोक आहे ऑलरेडी. एक साइड ने कवर नव्हता रे. आला पाहिजे होता तो आशेचा.
जा प्लान दे.
अजून एक आहे ब्लाइंड.
One enemy remaining.
नाइस वन. फुल हेड लागायचा आवाज आला जोरात.
नहीं कहां पर है वो.
हेवन अरे प्लान दे ना बी.
बी.
अरे बी प्लान दे ना. अरे अब्दुल अंधे कान भी काटा
30
के तेरा.
seconds left.
आरामा तो यार.
Spike. My ultimate is ready.
तोडून कशाला तोडत असता. वाइन चेक कर.
डायरेक्ट झाला भाई.
हा इकडे
रिलोड का झाली भाई.
नाइस वन. फिर अटक गया देख मैं. मेरा किल नहीं हो रहा.
You're up. Stay safe.
गेम लेफ्ट का सब्सक्रिप्शन
Going
ऑन.
back in.
रैंडम क्या तेरे पे. माइक खोल. आई नो यू हैव माइक. चल फैंटम एक्सचेंज तेरे पे भी.
भाई काय बोललो मी. मी काढतो पिक. मी इकडे अर्ली पिक काढतो. मला काहीच डिस्ट्रॅक्ट नको करू.
Let's play.
Obscuring vision. Blocking vision.
चेंबर आहे का मिडला.
अल्ट खोलला का त्याने. त्याचा बच्चा इकडे आहे.
स्टेयर्स पे.
स्मोक पुश तुझा. अरे आपण दोघं जाऊ ना यार. आपण एंट्री कशा देणार रे.
आशिष दा तू एंट्री दे.
तेच बोलतोय भाई. आशिष जा. घुसणार नाही तोपर्यंत आपण एंट्री होणार नाही.
अरे यार माझा टाइमर निघाला तेव्हा त्यांनी रेनाने पिक घेतली. सिटी रेना सिटी. जा आरामात काढा. हा राऊंड काढा.
चेंबर साइड.
चेंबर बॅक साइड द्या ना त्याला. आरएनजी द्या.
अरे
डबल पीक आरएनजी. नाइस नेड आशिषचा.
40
योरू 40 क्लो 90.
खुद पे स्मोक डाल देना एक्स्ट्रा.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
चलो फुल स्टन है. ये भाई प्राइमोडियमचा ॲनिमेशन
माझ्याकडे.
I call you Chale because it means you're my friend. But maybe I should call you Kwasia.
आता किती वेळ वाट बघायला लागेल? कधी येणार मार्केटला?
काय
वॅन्डल साठी किती वाट बघायला लागेल?
कोणती एक्झो
एक्झो किंवा प्रायमोडियम. आता
प्रायमोडियम तुला याच्यात पण भेटेल. नाही प्रायमोडियम नाही भेटणार नाईट मार्केट मध्ये.
मग कितीला आहे ती?
हा ती जाते 1600.
स्मोक जाने दो तभी पुश करेंगे.
1600 ना.
The hunt begins.
Cutting their vision.
स्मोक जाने
Obscuring vision.
स्मोक जाने दे. स्मोक आया ही नहीं था.
Cover going out.
Reloading.
आ गया. स्मोक
मेरा
आगे
पास एक
डालना.
और पे अल्ट आ जाएगा. मेरे को और पे अल्ट आ जाएगा मेरा.
जीजी है भाई.
उचल ना बाहेरचा इकडचा उचल ना.
सीधा बघू आता. झालं संपलं आता काय.
जीजी अब तो.
Last player standing.
अशुद्ध चल.
Ready. Loosen up.
तुझ्याकडे हे पण आहे.
Grenade.
नाही 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 तू स्पाइक घे आणि निघ.
I have this bike.
निघ 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 निघ.
नाही रे.
असेल कोणतरी.
Defenders win.
मला माहिती होतं रे येणार
येणारे पण तेव्हा नव्हता जेव्हा तू नेट टाकला. हीरा आला. 17ची मायनस.
14ची मायनस. हे चल मी जातो. बाय बाय. बाय बाय गाईज. थँक यू फॉर वॉचिंग.